Well, what's up, Lord Marshall family and friends? We are super excited to feature the last round of the Sweet 16 bracket or round, and it is super exciting. We got Sean Dilley and his sisters, and Teets with his Black Templar. Sean, say hi.
Hello.
All right, where are you from, Sean?
I'm from Lennox area, and I'm playing with the 40K C crew up at the crew most of the time.
That's right, with Tony Thibault, right?
House.
That's Sliker. Yeah. Good deal. Hey, and then we got
hero we need right now.
That's exactly right. So we got JT. He's been a Black Templar fan from the moment he was born.
Absolutely.
So where are you from, JT?
Playing on a beautiful Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri right now.
Awesome. Well, we're happy you're here. And then we got the one, the only, the Wes Anderson, TO of the Branson Brawl. If you're looking for games of TTS, contact Wes. You can find him on our Facebook page, and we'll get you in contact with him. But he loves playing TTS games, and because he's been the TO, he's dying to get some games. And so say hi, Wes.
Hey everybody, I'm going to play my real easy Custodes army, so they'll be really fast games.
What's that, 33 models, right?
Yeah, ish.
Okay, awesome. So you guys get started when you're ready. Looks like they're almost deploying. JT won the roll-off, but decided to be the defender, so you guys, good luck. And then in our streaming booth today, we have some awesome shoutcasters. We got the one, the only, Doug James of Siege World.
My sacred right.
Hello.
Right.
Was that my introduction?
That was what do you want it to be like? The magnanimous Doug James? Doug James with his was it like charming chiseled features?
No, I wasn't paying attention. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's all right.
He needs more paying me enough. Yeah, you're not paying me enough to pay attention.
Accurate. And then we got the amazing Cullen Burns. He joined us yesterday on the 2 games. And so, hey, Cullen, what's up?
Hey, I guess I'll give myself the echo. Cullen, Burns. Okay, we're all set for this game. Super pumped. Hunger Games, get ready to begin.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do with 100 games, but I think it's pretty exciting. We got another sisters list today. Very different from the one we saw yesterday. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100%. I actually like this list more. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm super pumped to see St. Celestine. I think she should be in every sisters list. Start with that and then build outwards. So that's going to be a big change from yesterday.
I agree. So who did we say was going to cover the sisters list? Was it Doug?
That was Doug.
Yeah, so since you already sort of hit the nail on the head of how cool it is to have like 1 million immolators in Celestine, I'm going to review the list from a different tack. I'm going to go by actual expense of the real models if you were to build this army in real life.
Okay. But they're not in
so that's why he gets the invite.
There are probably, I don't know, 9 immolators, I think, or was it 6? Either way.
8. There was 8.
Good Lord. So what, an immolator is like $80 and an exorcist is $80. So it's like, this is like $1,000 of insanity getting ready to beat the crap out of the Black Templars. And I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's more than that. It's a lot more. More than.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like it from your favorite friendly local gaming store that has 15% off or whatever.
That's true. Okay, fair.
It is an absurd amount of them, but that's one of the perks of TTS. You know what? Test it out. See how it works.
No, actually, what I think it is it's our boy Sean just throwing around his, stealth wealth all over our faces here.
Oh,
stealth wealth.
Painting a picture, sir. Painting a picture.
What he's really telling us is that he has double this army in real life, but this is all that could actually like fit on the table. So
this is an army that proves that your kids won't look good school. Like, I mean, let's be honest. If you own this in real life, ooh, you're pure public education right there.
Yeah, because there's no money left for everything else.
You're just eating ramen noodles and cold SpaghettiOs out of a can. Just wishing for better days. But that being said,
Right.
you have the true rage factor for your sister's army. You play it.
My turn. I don't know.
True. And so the final thing, so we'll talk a little bit about the list itself. So he's got a lot of immolators. That's pretty. He's got the exorcist. Those are pretty cool with Junith to reroll the hits and wounds. That's pretty no-brainer. He has very few actual sisters, and that might hurt him later on in the game when the as the objective points start rolling in, because he has very few OBSEC, but we'll see. I mean, they might be able to hide out in their immolators all game, and it might not matter.
But let's be honest here, Sisters of Battle basic models are the weakest thing in that codex. So,
It's probably true. So yeah, there you go. Sisters reviewed. Take it away, Jason.
Well, that's cool. I really like the Ardmartyred Lady where he took Junith. Is that how you pronounce it, Doug? I think you were trying to school me on that earlier today.
Yeah, so you see how there's a U and then a consonant? So with a vowel afterwards, that would make that a long U sound. Judith.
Wow.
With
Were
an N.
you a teacher back in your day?
No, but I hung out with Salty John enough and he rubbed off on me.
Came here for 40K, not an English class. Jesus, bro.
Actually.
So we'll speed this up. It looks like they're actually moving right now. So let's go take a look at, let's see, JT's list real quick. Actually, we'll do that in his movement phase. Let's just get into the game and kind of take a look at everything. As we can see, John is moving up on the board. Moving his sisters up to take, looks like objective 1.
All those vehicles and none of them moved. It's just the troops.
Well, they don't. I mean, they have to take that -1 for moving. So, that knocks down the effectiveness of the firepower a little bit. Oh my gosh, he got the sisters out. What's he doing?
Yeah, he ain't afraid of no man. Look at that. He's going for it.
He is. I guess there is a wall right there. So
yeah, there is definitely a
from
wall.
this angle.
Yeah. I definitely hear Black Templar do not like opponents that move towards them. So we're going to be okay. I think this is going to pan out real nice.
So real quick, we'll take a look at the secondary objectives that each player chose. And Doug, since you are so awesome, why don't you choose the Sisters Army, which is on the right side, and Cullen, can you go through on the ones on the left for the Black Templar player?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so big game hunter, that's pretty self-explanatory because he intends to blow up, big stuff. The ground control, that's end game objectives if
that's correct.
am remembering correctly. So I think what he's going for is he's just going to have a whole bunch of immolators just grab them objectives at the end of the game. You don't have to worry about anything like an immobilized or crew shaken, crew stunned result in 8th edition 40K anymore. So, and then old school, that's a pretty safe bet for a damage army. I mean, you're trying for that first strike, and then you're trying for last strike, and then all you got to do is kill the warlord for 3 points, and then he should with the corner to corner deployment zones, the table quarters. It should be pretty easy to sneak an immolator in there for a line breaker as well. So seems pretty solid.
Yep. And then Cullen, I just put the secondary objectives on the board.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I wish I could have gone over my army list I was supposed to review so I can explain why the secondary objectives make sense.
Well, unfortunately, Doug was monologuing the entire time.
God, he talks more than I do, and that's impressive. Let's be honest. Butcher's Bill is genius against Sisters of Battle. I mean, you have a target-rich environment. I mean, God help you with the amount of dreadnoughts and last cannons, and you can't kill 2 things a turn. Engineers, kind of a weird choice for Black Templar because they generally move towards your opponent, but we're going to see how that pans out. And obviously, old school because First Blood, Last Blood, Line Breaker, and Slay of the Warlord are easy points to get on secondaries.
So here's a silly question because I'm not as familiar with the new or with the ITC mission changes, can the Tech Marines? Well, I guess the Tech Marines are the ones actually firing the Thunderfire cannons, so they can't just grab Engineer for sitting on the back.
I believe there's a stipulation for engineers that it has to be I think infantry troops. I don't have my thing in front of me. It can't be like non-vehicle. I think it has to be just so I mean that could be cool, but I mean Thunderfire guns, and especially with the new Space Marine update where they got 1 additional wound and a +1 to hit. Actually, I think is just phenomenal for under 100 points.
So what is the play there then? Because what unit is JT going to use for engineers, or is that one like where? Because now recon, for example, you can get 2 points in 1 turn. Can you do the same thing with engineers? Maybe he's trying for like a late game.
You have to have two objectives, and looking like where the deployment's set up. Looks like he's on objective 4 pretty locked down. Objective 6 is going to be easy to get. He doesn't have a lot of fast movement. Looks like he has objective 5 too. So I mean, he's going to have to push out of the objectives and try to grab them. I assume objective 4 and 5 are going to be just kind of like his area to hold. It is. I think his Thunderfires are actually in the building. Yep, there they are. Closest units to his opponent.
That's what you want, really.
You definitely want those Thunderfire. They can definitely hold a line.
Man, that's a lot. Man, that's a lot of vehicles to chew through. Because T7 with a 3-up armor save and like 10+ wounds is still a lot to chew through.
I remember Sisters back in like 6th and 7th. They were basically parking lot armies, but I mean, in 8th edition, let's all at least admit that's a cancer of a list. I mean, that is a lot of vehicles. If you're not specialized in taking out vehicles, jeez.
Well, in the previous editions, it was extra bad for the parking lots because, with the limited ways that you could disembark from a vehicle, you could very easily get yourself stuck and get your infantry stuck. But nowadays it's not really that big of a problem. Plus, he doesn't actually have anything in there, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, the glorious days of the large glass template marker is also gone. So, I mean, I know that would be brutal back in like the days of 6th and 7th. You were just dropping large templates on your opponent's tanks.
Oh yeah, you're just like, hey, I'll put a pie plate here, and I'll put one here.
Yep. And then your local Sisters of Battle player would change their list.
Yeah,
what's funny though? What's funny though is that this list right here, like Sisters have been pretty, like mechanized Sisters have been a thing since forever. So you almost didn't even have to buy any new models if you had all old stuff.
Oh, but the new ones do look so cool.
Well, they really do.
GW knows how to get money out of people, getting blood out of a turnip.
Do you think Sean has a Rolex too?
Can we comment on that photo of his with the thighs in the background there? Is no one going to address
I'll go ahead and zoom in real quick.
I felt like I was the only one that was looking at me and looking into my soul. God.
That man right there is a winner.
If you have never met him in person, I highly recommend you do it once and at least get him a shoddy egg bomb because he is a hoot. I think we hung out with him in Bartersville.
I am going to do that because he's friends with Tony, so I'm sure it'll come up. And
cool.
And poor Tony, and Tony's not actually watching today. He's at the grocery store being a hero.
So apparently, Bam Juicy says you missed the short shorts when they played at New Year's Knockout.
Oh no, I was there. I still can't sleep right. Do you know what it's like to wake up with night terrors, sweating, thinking of short shorts? It's terrifying. I'm in my mid-30s. I shouldn't be having these problems right now.
So I do want to point out real quick that as far as board control is concerned, I really do feel like Sean has done an amazing job making sure that JT is going to have a hard time kind of breaking out. I really see kind of this is the area that Sean is controlling right now. And this is the area that JT is controlling. I would say like this.
he's done a real conservative push to the center of the board. He hasn't overextended himself. He protected himself from a Black Templar counterstrike. I think he's kind of feeling out his opponent's army right now. There's nothing wrong with spending the first turn as just kind of being like, let's see how my opponent's turn goes. He ain't gonna have a lot of shots, a lot of great shots either, and he's got a ton of vehicles to absorb. So I mean, it'll be okay.
But you know what though? Looking at his secondary objectives again, and knowing how small of a footprint his opponent's army would be versus his own, he could have gone for something like recon himself.
Yeah, he could have pushed, but I mean, he's got 5 more turns. I mean, I think it's you don't want to blow your army on the first turn. You know what? There's no reason to speed it out. He's got 2.5 more hours. Play it smart, play it conservative, get the objectives, push your opponent back. You know, there's no rush.
I mean, right. I'm not saying go for a recon turn 1, but like instead of having to just wait to the very end of the game, he could have just been stacking point. You know, he could just stack a point here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I also don't think he has a lot of great shots. I think if we were to be able to get the camera behind all those system tanks, we'd probably be able to see that. I mean, everything is basically hidden behind that line of sight blocking terrain.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna shoot anything. Probably. Yeah. Well, can the Exorcist see anything there, Jason?
The Exorcist. Yes, there is technically an impulsor with a shield dome.
Oh, look at that.
Just because my imagination.
Wow.
Top level skill right there. Hey, someone quickly break that model. Have your opponent not pay attention and you start flicking your model to break bits.
Okay.
So yeah, that oh, never mind. So he can't see it because that was actually
it's a space marine on top of it.
On the top of the impulsor. So I apologize. So no, there is nothing that the Exorcist can see right now. I believe Sean is firing some storm bolters into probably the scouts. Yep, he is taking out some scouts right here.
What are you, like -3?
Jason, was that a question or a statement?
Yeah.
Both.
Scouts dead.
There we go. Scouts are gone.
I think I really have lines.
Get that first blood. There we go.
Yeah, that's important.
Use the turn. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Well, I mean, it's first strike, so like he has to get it.
Don't worry, Jason's going to update the percentage here. He'll be at 91% chance of winning at the end of his turn.
All right, and that was the first turn for Sean right there.
Well, he got old school.
I think he got as many points as he could at this point in the game.
Kill 1. I think he's holding 2. I think he's holding 2, possibly 3. So he's got kill 1, hold 1. He's got first blood. Got plenty of time.
Correct. So if JT gets aggressive, he'll definitely be able to get kill more, or excuse me, hold more, and possibly kill more depending on the movement. You know, it's actually really, really interesting. I like this.
Well, JT also has Butcher's Bill, so like he's killing 2 units is exactly what he wants to do next turn anyway.
Right. And so I'm just drawing kind of line of sight for these Exorcists. All right, so this is kind of the line of sight that those Exorcists can see. Here's something really peculiar, and I think this is what might happen. I think JT is just going to sneak. Looks like there's 2.
Thank you, Wes.
2 dreadnoughts.
If only there was a way to zoom in and see.
Yeah.
He's got 2 Templar mortis dreadnoughts, looks like launchers, twin las cannons.
Right.
And double twin las.
I guess it's a good time to review that list, right?
Tag me in, Chief. Tag me in. I'm ready to go.
Let's do that.
Okay, so JT's army. So he's actually running a pure Black Templar 3 detachment army. Super pumped to be able to do this. He's got a high marshal in there, which I don't think I've seen played since the late 2000s, which is awesome. He's got a Primaris chaplain, so he's got some close range buffing abilities. A couple assessor squads. He's got a Primus apothecary, which I'm really interested in. Maybe someone in chat can fill me in why you have just 1 because he has such a low troop count models. He's got some scout squads, 3 scout squads. Of course, he has to have the Emperor's Champion in there. And then what's interesting about his list is he's got 4 Centurions with Hurricane Bolters and
just
2
making sure
Heavy
it's like,
Bolters. So
I'm
he's
hearing
completely
nothing right now,
forgoing the
did I
draft,
do something?
which is
I
always
think
interesting
so.
to see on a Devastator Centurion squad. He's got a Chaplain Dreadnought. Obviously, it's a big shock on that one. 2 Templar Dreadnoughts I already went over with the double las each. And he's got 2 Thunderfires and the Impulsor. So, I mean, he's got a really interesting Black Templar army. And I wonder if that reroll charge is going to come into effect.
What do you like about it, Cullen?
I like the variety of it. I like that he's got, it was kind of like last night's list with Sakari. I mean, he's kind of got a well-rounded list to be able to handle everything that someone can throw at him. I'm kind of worried that it does have a very low model number for infantry, for troops. Like I said, he only has 3 scout squads, and we saw one of those squads get obliterated off. And he's got a 5-man infiltrator squad. He's got 2 5-man assessor squad. So, I mean, he's running right now with just 5 choices, which could come down to who holds objectives later on in the game, because these are both parking lot lists.
Yeah, the 2 Thunderfire cannons is kind of interesting to me because I'm like, I mean, Thunderfire cannons are just great for Space Marines, but Black Templars, I don't know that Black Templars have anything extra other than just, you know, the regular Space Marine strats to like have them do any extra damage or anything.
They just had, they just have the basic stuff. I mean, they were given some love in Psychic Awakening. You know, they actually got some unique rules for their special characters. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it pans out. I mean, Saint Celestine is still a monster in close combat, and she is very good with. She does flat 2 wounds, and if she dies, she comes back again, and will charge back in and kill something. So she is very good at killing Primus,
which he actually doesn't have too many of.
Correct. Yeah, he's got 15 different kind of. There are 15 Space Marine troops that are Primus, and he's got 15 scouts. He's got a lot of points in dreadnoughts.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's trying to be an Imperial Fist list, but it's Black Templars.
He's technically a subchapter of the Imperial Fist. Aren't Black Templar like a subchapter?
Yeah, they're a successor chapter, yes.
If we were to forge a narrative, someone might want to show him the Fists supplement. He might really like it with his list, so I don't know if that's something maybe afterwards. But I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, JT's Black Templars. He's Black Templars for life, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
There's no way he would run an Imperial Fist after what Dorn did to Sigismund. There's just no way.
Well,
yeah,
if you guys notice, my Space Marine chapter is modeled Black Templar, but I definitely use Raven Guard rules. So remember, you can still play your Space Marine chapter as whatever you want. Just make sure you look at all the supplements. They all offer different.
Oh no, I'm just saying, JT's the type of guy that like. It doesn't matter if GW comes out and says, yeah, all Black Templars are now -1 strength, -1 toughness. He'll still play them. That's his jam,
Gotta love the dedication.
Well, let's real quick take a look at the scores. Looks like we're in JT's shooting phase. But right now, Sean was able to score 3 points.
I ignore that.
Yep,
that's Sean.
Kill one, hold one.
Yep.
Ability, I ignore -2.
Okay.
I'm in ruins technically, right? I'm within an inch of ruins, and then I'm.
Yep. Sorry.
I think JT is going to be able to get kill more. Possibly going to be able to get kill more this turn. He's going to definitely get a big game hunter. He's got a lot of cannon.
Okay.
And I think he's definitely going to get old school. So I think this is going to be obviously JT's turn, but turn 1 is definitely not a way to be able to judge how the game's going to go. There's a lot of sisters on the.
Oh wait a minute! Hey, go back to that, Jason. Was I looking at the wrong side for?
I think we were. I was under the impression. Looks like they clicked on the wrong side. So, Killzor 9000 is Sean, and Live Free or Die is actually JT. So he did in reverse. I think I got him updated now though on the score sheet, and I'll probably make a little bit more sense because. In my mind, it didn't really make sense that Sean was going to choose Big Game Hunter.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, like, JT only has 2 dreadnoughts and an impulsor. Like, that's going to be rough.
Yeah, I wasn't...
Yeah, let's just double check that real quick. I want to make sure we get these right, so...
Are they 3s or are they 4s?
They both still have old school, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're 1/3 right.
Boom. That's all it takes. And and Sean has engineers, which makes more sense.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
And Butcher's Bill, which he's trying to kill stuff. So, okay. Huh.
There we go. We got it all sorted out.
Rerolling ones because I do believe.
And by the way, D&D Dan was saying that he thinks the apothecary is trying to give that feel no pain to JT's castle there. That's probably, I mean, yeah, and maybe return a centurion. That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but that's a point investment. I mean, you know, I don't know if that's. I always, maybe in my mind, I always expect to see apothecaries with larger blobs of space marines, so you can just bring it back easier.
So, Colin, what you're trying to say is that's not how you would do it.
Most people I see running apothecaries, they usually have bigger blobs. You know, 5-man member squads usually get blown off the board very easily, so it's difficult to bring a model back when the 5-man squad is no longer there. I think it's kind of like the Necron argument. If you're gonna will be back roll, you want to have bigger than a 5-man squad, because usually if you're able to kill 1 or 2 models, you're probably able to kill 5.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Maybe he just likes his apothecary. I didn't see if he had any special gear. He did have the chief librarian to get the feel no pain bubble, but I didn't see if he had a special relic or anything either.
I mean, it's also a beautifully painted model, and he could have wanted to show it off. So who do we know? I don't know.
That's true. That's true. This is a visual game, and we've got to respect the choices that the players make.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at two of his dreadnoughts that don't look primed right now. So I mean, come on, guy. Where did you find that file?
Yeah, to a tournament, no less.
Send him the hyperlink to the web store. He can download it for free. Have him put some paint on that bad boy.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right, so Colin, what do you think is JT's strategy on what to target?
You take away the threats that can lash back out. I'm not too worried about heavy bolters. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. You got a bunch of dreadnoughts. He's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. He's still wounding on 5s. He's got a bunch of dreadnoughts. He needs to take out the exorcists. He needs to push top field towards 6 and 5, and just get in there close and try to keep the Sisters of Battle parking lot pinned to his side of the. Of course, who knows what could happen? Centurions with heavy bolters need to get the juicy nougat center of those vehicles. So he's got a target-rich environment. He needs to get the exorcists because they can reach out and destroy his dreadnoughts. But if he wants to use his small arms fire, he's going to have to crack those rhinos or those emulators and rhinos.
This is where a Terminator squad or an assault squad or whatever coming out of deep strike with the chaplain +2 litany to charge could and touch a bunch of those tanks would be really helpful.
Oh, Blood Angel Death Company. I've been seeing them the last couple days in games. They would have a field day against this list.
So you can see
going first against the Sisters of Battle parking lot army. Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the disadvantages. Or sometimes there are those rock paper scissors matches, and it's just well, that's fun.
Yeah, I would have definitely rather seen. I mean, this is gonna be a great game, but I mean, let's be honest, the entire 12-man Death Company squad with Thunderhammers going first is gonna be a real brutal game against this parking lot right here, especially when they're able to swing again.
I mean, they really don't even have to swing. They just have to touch them, and then it's all right, well, you can't do anything, game. My turn again.
Yeah, and then you get the other craziness is your basic Blood Angel Death Company is still +1 to wound. So you're still wounding these vehicles on 4s.
And then you go to that assault doctrine, and then you get -1 AP too.
Fist of Fury. That's all it is.
Well, that was actually in. Speaking of assault doctrine, in Bam's game versus, I forget who was playing White Scars. But the scouts, were fighting his impulsor in combat, and then it's oh yeah, assault doctrine. They get 2 damage apiece with their knives. It's no. It's just silly,
All right, so that is 4 wounds at -4.
Yep. So hey, we got Jewel Roth here in the chat. He says, Where did you find this tabletop though, or the models for that matter? I do everything in real life, but this quarantine has me looking for some other options. So I think you probably have a really good answer for that.
Jewel Ross, I got you. Here's what you do. Okay, you ready? Write this down. Download Steam.
Okay. So
Once you have Steam downloaded, create an account. Once you create an account, go to your store on Steam. Download Tabletop Simulator. After you download Tabletop Simulator, you're going to want to hop on the Tabletop Simulator Discord. Once you're in there, they'll help you out and download everything. It's all the 40K mods are free. All you have to do is pay for the sim, and I think it's on sale right now for $10.
6 up.
This is the best. You're basically what you're paying for a large coffee at Starbucks gets you all the 40K.
Damage is
And you can PayPal me $50 directly.
11.
Just because I'm here.
Did this turn into a GoFundMe? Are you okay? Are you in a safe spot right now? Is this quarantine broken yet?
This is my coaching service.
Oh. Jason, what is he ranked on the Lord Marshal conference?
I don't
This
even
is
think
how
he's
we
ranked.
judge.
He hasn't even played any games.
I am definitely unranked, which means that you don't know what my record is.
Oh wait,
D Pavlov says I do charge. For him it was $40. For you, let's do 20. I got you. I'll help you out.
That's
What a
cool.
guy.
Well, hey, I just want a quick update while we were chatting away. One of the exorcists are gone.
I do have another Thunderfire.
That's what Last Cannons do to you.
Yep. So this one, there's an exorcist right here. We had this dreadnought right here, Contemptor, shoot las cannons. I believe all 4 hit, and I think exorcists have 12 wounds or 13 wounds.
Well,
So that's some really good dice rolls right there, in my opinion.
The great thing about having the chapter master within 6 inches, you get to reroll your ones.
And don't forget Devastator Doctrine, an extra AP, so it's just straight damage.
Just straight to the dome.
Wow. Well, they do get the invuls, the 6-up invuls.
Always spend a CP to reroll damage on a last cannon when shooting at a vehicle. Pro tip.
Absolutely. So let's tune in real quick to the rest of JT's shooting phase.
Okay, tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go Thunderfire on these Battle Sisters.
On these ones?
Yeah, so you're only ignoring -1 with these guys, right?
Correct.
All right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna go over there.
Sounds like a bourbon or a scotch.
Oh, I'm painting, but I'm cleaning my brush with bourbon.
So while we're listening to these players play, where are you guys from? Be sure to respond in the chat. We're doing Quarantine Hammer from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And then I think Doug is from St. Louis. And Cullen is from Omaha.
Omaha?
Yep. He loves Omaha.
So that is
It's when you're quarantined inside your house.
Right? Okay.
When you're quarantined inside your house, what you're saying is anywhere is Omaha?
Anywhere. Omaha's a dream and a place of mine.
That's good. That's good.
it's just
We're
one
all in
damage.
Omaha then, really.
Take it, lose a guy.
Okay.
I am currently in my basement while my wife and daughter are upstairs, and it sounds like
Get
World
in
War
there
III up there, so I'm not
see
going.
which one
I'm
it
staying
is.
right here.
Oh God.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm not sorry. I'm down here. I don't care what they're doing.
You're being forced into the basement? Oof.
All right.
Slippery rope.
Let's see.
You know what? I'll take it right now.
Okay.
Paintbrush bourbon for the painting, paintbrush bourbon for my mouth.
Yeah.
That is my.
What do they say? You can use rubbing alcohol on your inside wounds, and drinking alcohol for your inside wounds.
I have a morale test. to
There's
take.
an old.
I can't fail it, but on a
There's an old Simpsons episode where Homer imagines what life would be like if we fueled our cars with alcohol, and he's at the gas pump
so
and he
that's it?
pumps one, a little bit into the car, and he goes, "One for you," and then he puts it in his mouth.
So
and he
kill
says,
more.
"One
I
for me."
though.
Let's see. 1, 2. You hold 3.
I think it was like Family Guy. They did like the Irishman's dilemma. Do you eat the potato now or ferment it and drink it later on? Like,
Right.
And I got an old school.
Yes.
All right, looks like they're scoring right now. Right. So the initial score
start of my turn. I'll get a miracle
is
dice.
6-4 for JT. So pretty impressive start, I think, for JT.
There's a 6 again.
Hey, Colin, nice. one of our chatters is trying to correct you. I think you should smack him down.
Oh, you're gonna.
Oh, is it from Archer?
Oh, that's where it is. Okay.
Oh, it's right. It is Archer. That's right.
Okay, so
nope.
I need to do my.
Since you said it was Family Guy, it's Family Guy.
Oh yeah, all the power.
Divine Protection will go off as well. I'm going to actually give that to.
Were there any other? Was he able to see the other Exorcist at all? Were there any wounds off of it?
No wounds on the other Exorcist.
But he definitely killed at least 20 points of wounds on Big Game. So he did at least anywhere from 20 to 29 wounds on it.
And then the plus one.
I can't see a lot of chips, but he did a decent amount.
Is a 6, so that will go off as well. And I'm going to put that on the other Contemptor Dread of the missile launcher right there.
Okay, that's good.
So, what's that? Sean's trying to figure out where to move now.
Correct.
You know, he's in an interesting spot because Black Templar did not take the bait. It didn't move out aggressively, and I do feel like if the Sisters tries to do a shooting battle, I think the Space Marines are going to win. I mean, they have a higher, better chance to hit. They have a higher damage weapon, more rerolls. I think that's not a battle that you can win. So the Sisters player has to readjust the strategy.
Or, I mean, from where they're at, those Exorcists, they could just be booking it, or they could continue booking it. Oh, I guess they can't drive through that ruin right there.
Nope.
As close to the wall as possible.
Unless he rolls a 1 and immobilizes himself. Who remembers those days?
Oh, the
man.
worst.
You never start with your Land Raider on the board in terrain.
Oh. You're literally giving me flashbacks, and I'm curled up on my couch in the fetal position.
I don't know if that's an important part of the game or anything.
Sweet Land Raider you have there. It'd be a shame if you rolled a 1 and mobilized yourself.
Well, that's where you always get up to the table against somebody that's like, I've never rolled a 1 with my Land Raider.
You're like, okay, you're buying first round. So heads up.
Famous last words.
Hey Shamal, thanks for following the channel. Appreciate it. Please be sure to follow our channel. We do lots of games of 40K. Oh, thanks. We got another follower, Jewel Roth. Thank you so much. So this is day 7 of Quarantine Hammer. We've been streaming every day for the past 7 days. We're going to stream every day for the next 7 days too, because we're in a bracket format, single elimination format. Here is the bracket right now.
Are you guys?
We are in the last game of the Sweet 16 round.
The 6-inch move is right.
And if you look at Cullen over here at the bottom right corner,
it was measuring.
Oh, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Looks like you're gonna face Bam. I didn't know if you had any wise words for Bam. You want to call him out or
just concede now? There's no reason. I mean, save your masculinity. What little you have, Bam. Just call it a day. Go home.
Go home is what you said. That's pretty funny. So
have this be a rebuilding year, kind of like the Patriots. You can't win every Super Bowl. Sometimes you need a rebuilding year.
I didn't know. Are you a Patriots fan?
I still am. To the day I die.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
Oh, we got Brady's best years.
Fit it in there.
Let Tampa have him now.
That's where careers go to die, right?
That's Florida. That's where old people go after they're done in New England. Everyone else in New England, when they hit 45, goes to Tampa.
You know what's funny is you guys are talking about football, and I'm in St. Louis, and we don't have that anymore. So take that.
Yeah.
So Subversion Arts, Scary had his game yesterday. It is still on Twitch. However, we are going to be uploading that game to Twitch on YouTube here in the next couple days. Yeah. But you'll be able to take a look at it. Colin, was that an amazing game or what?
That was great. I actually loved seeing how his brain functioned during a game, because he just listened into him. He narrates every single move he does and dice roll, and it's very unique commentary. I very, very much enjoyed watching him play.
Cool. So I agree. He and it was really nice to his opponent. Super awesome. Zenkatron, what board is this? What board from the workshop on Steam is this?
So this looks like the ITC one. You can go to the workshop on Steam, and there's a ton there.
All right.
I'd recommend you go to the TTS Discord. They have a file you can download that has all the models and tables pre-done, and they're literally already ready for you. So, like I said, the TTS Discord, the TTS subreddit, just go there. They can definitely help you out. It seems complicated, guys. I get it, but trust me, if I can figure it out, and I'm dumb, believe me, you guys can figure it out.
Someone in chat tells me that I have to call out the Battlehawks caca for St. Louis.
The Battlehawks were doing good this year before they canned the XFL.
Yep.
They already. Yeah. Oh, that's right. The XFL was happening this year.
Yep. They had to close it down because of the coronavirus, but
They weren't even close it down.
They had to close it down because the XFL is just fated to not be good, or to have something
I had
happen.
my whole calendar.
I love like the business model. It's like, okay, so let's take the worst aspects of football and the worst aspects of WWE, and let's just merge it together.
I know. I had like everything canceled on me.
And like everybody in St. Louis is so hungry for any amount of football that like everyone immediately rushed out and bought season passes and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, coronavirus, suck it.
I mean, and then it's like ninth string quarterbacks. So it's like high school, graduating like high school seniors, whatever, quarterbacks are in the XFL.
Yeah.
Because anyone with like real talent is already in like the college scene or like the professional.
Or have like decided that like they're not going anywhere. So
yeah, I'm gonna go sell cars now.
No, I'm glad St. Louis has something, because I mean, like, we love our sports here, but man, you just can't get I just can't get excited about it. I don't know.
all right,
Not
so
like
I
I'm
got
excited for
these
some
really
40K.
interesting moves from Sean. It looks like he is loading his left side or right side of the board. You can see Celestine, a Sister Squad, and Imagifier right there at the bottom right in your objective 1. I think he is prepping for a movement, probably next turn, and then turn 4 possibly charging out, because I don't think staying in the background, staying in his castle. I don't think JT can win just by doing that.
No, you are correct, but then you also look into the thing is that the Space Marines are going to put down constant and consistent fire on those sisters. He's got 2 Thunderfire guns. He's going to remove 2 squads a turn of Sisters of Battle as soon as they come out of the vehicles. I mean, it's just going to be consistent. Thunderfires are strength 6. Sisters are toughness 3. That's 2-to-1 right there.
Accurate. So let's tune in. Sounds like Sean is shooting right now.
In here. It's 2. She's actually going to scoot to the other side of the ruins. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Les. 10 times quicker than I am with that.
He should be by now. He's only got like 100 hours.
I know, right? All right. So all my emulators have moved. Going into shooting phase now. We'll go ahead and shoot this emulator right here, this very first one.
Okay.
I think I can see the scout squad. I'm drawing line of sight like from this track.
Yep, you're good.
9 shots, hitting on 4s.
Oh, King Duncan is calling you out, Doug.
What
Those
happened? What'd I do?
Thunderfires are strength.
Oh no,
5.
that was me.
Oh.
They're strength 5.
6s are
Yes,
additionally
sir.
beat.
No, I probably
So you got 2 minus.
made you think
2
that they were
and
strength
3
5
minus 1.
or 6 or 6
So
or
let's
whatever.
do these -2s real quick. Need need 6.
I bamboozled you talking about the Battle Hawks.
2 Scouty Scouts. And then 3 at -1, correct? Did not save.
Either way, though, I mean, hitting on 2s with a reroll, wounding on 3s is still pretty effective at clearing out 5-man squads of power armor.
Oh, very easily. I mean, there's still -1. No target units that aren't visible. Strength 5. So you're hitting on 2s, probably re-rolling because you're going to be our chapter master. Wounded on 3s, -1. Bam. He still has small units of sisters.
Yeah, and does he have a lieutenant? I don't recall seeing in his list, but he probably has one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lieutenant Stormbolter. Yep. 100%. Right here. Zoom in for you, Doug. The one with the red shoulder pads, right here in the middle.
I'm purposely not looking right now.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think JT has a strategy, and he's he's just gonna bait him out, and he's gonna just wear him down with superior firepower, a better position. Like I said, you're still shooting heavy bolters at dreadnoughts.
It's something
not optimal for anyone. And then, of course, the fun fact: he has 2 tech marines right by those dreadnoughts. If you wanted to, could heal those dreadnoughts or heal them up a little bit. I think you stay far away and you continue to kill more and can either hold equal and contest, or you just keep pushing through your secondaries.
Or all dice roll to determine the type of characteristic. Or it says army fires Overwatch or is chosen to shoot, so you can use it for regular shooting.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do it with this Exodus I haven't moved.
Yeah, man.
We'll go ahead and
really needs to get rid of those dreadnoughts.
10 to 6 damage if I actually get damage through. And this is
they're good for a vehicle or 2 every turn.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Much difference between 6 or 5.
But you have to roll well.
So let's see what we got.
He hits on 2s re-rolling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I mean from the that many immolators shooting heavy bolters at a 9-wound contemptor. That worst case is Tech Marine can just run over there and heal as well.
Accurate.
Yep.
All right, so 2 go through at -3.
Okay, so 2 5 up in vulnerable cities.
Yeah, and then you get too close.
Save them both.
Slide it around, Jason. That immolator that's by objective 6.
Yes.
Is it close enough for a surprise charge out of the building?
I would say so, but what would charge the aggressors?
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of close combat. He's got the Emperor's Champion, Heldred, the special character for Black Templar. I mean, he can get up to 9 attacks in the charge, but he's still only strength.
And these are on 4s.
Yeah.
So
I think JT's list is primarily just shooting. So what I anticipate is if this immolator survives, the sisters will get out and make a beeline for this wall. From there, I can totally see sisters charging the Thunderfires. There's one Thunderfire here, the other one here, tied up, and then it's game over for JT at that point.
Now, he does have a chaplain and a dreadnought, so if he does get too close, they are pretty good in close combat.
Well, yeah, with a good heroic intervention or something.
Yep.
Yep, and that chaplain dread, where is that chaplain
so we'll go ahead and shoot some
dread?
immolators.
I think it's right there.
Yeah,
He's hugging the wall there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's hugging the wall.
I don't know. I think the Exorcist should have been hauling ass towards the other corner of the board.
Are you talking about this corner right here?
Yeah, they should be. Yeah. So they can then shoot around the backside, perhaps. But I don't know. Or instead of deploying there, come down. Man, that big building in the side just really is messing with their line of sight.
Yeah, there isn't a lot. And see, that's what I said. These line of sight blocking terrain pieces have been very beneficial for if your army works with it.
All right, so
most of the games we've seen today, or the last couple days.
Take one.
That just goes to show you, the game is a lot different when you have good terrain.
So that's an additional wound.
Yep.
On my man
Oh,
here.
shoot.
It's not any fun playing, on playing at bowling ball with a shooting gallery.
I'm more of a fan of the big L's in the center compared to the train in the deployment zones. I think you want to break up the center of the board. You don't want to break up where people can hide in their deployment zones, because you're going to have situations like Scott Thompson's army where it is literally just indirect fire, and he could just hide there and blow you off, and just laugh. And he doesn't have to move a model.
Yeah.
It also kind of creates this like no man's land zone in the middle that like doesn't give you a lot of interaction.
Fours.
Yeah.
Rolling ones.
Big fan of the big L's right in the center. I think JT, great strategy. Playing it out. He knows what he's doing. He's just wear him down. He's just going to start blowing up vehicles, get the guys inside, continue to kill more, continue to work on secondaries. The sisters are just going to struggle, I think, to get some hard kills. They can hold more, but if you're not getting your secondaries, you're not getting kill more, it's going to be tough.
Okay. Right.
I think you can always play to turn 6.
This one can't shoot.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now, since JT's already ahead, I mean, Sean's kind of,
Let's keep going into it.
he's going to have a hard time with kill more. He can get hold more every turn, but that's just keeping the primary even. And now he really needs to pull ahead.
I think even the hold more, he might get it a couple turns, but towards turns 4, turns 5, turn 6, I think he's going to just run out of stuff. And I think at that point, the Space Marine's going to come out. I think JT's doing a great job right now.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So say JT gets kill more every turn, and Sean gets hold more every turn, then the score doesn't actually change really.
Yep.
Right.
-2.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And this is
not.
Contemptor
It
game,
does
correct?
not matter if you win by 1 point or you win by 30.
This
Single
one's the
elimination
one
bracket.
right there. Grab the next one. So that's a good.
Then last one in it.
But I think Sean's going to have to commit. He's going to have to go all in. He's going to have to try to break it.
Yeah,
he's probably getting zealous to push in the center.
It'll be one of those
He's gonna have
games
to
where
throw
you
everything he has at
roll like
it.
crap for three
Well,
turns,
Celestine,
and then roll like crap for 2 turns.
charging those
You got one save at -1.
dreadnoughts would be a big
-1.
boon for him.
That's yeah, not the Chaplain Dreadnought, but yeah.
No, yeah.
Safe. What?
But
Just to turn off their shooting for a turn.
I hear a Chaplain Venerable Dreadnought heroic leader pretty good, so you gotta kind of be careful on that too.
Yeah, but doesn't Celestine have a 3-up invulnerable too?
It's 4-up.
4-up, and then if she dies on anything but a 1, she can come back with full wounds anywhere.
And then that's all I have, I think.
She's got a heavy flamer. She's got, I think, a 1d6 flamer.
That's all I got.
And I think she's strength 6.
Yes.
I think strength 6 with a -3, flat 2
hold
damage.
One, kill one. What's the bonus on this?
She's great. She's great. She is a scalpel. Use her as such.
I really feel she isn't the beat stick that she was in the past. She's more, I feel like, surgical precision. She's really a really good full small multiplier. Your units can, your sister's units get +1 invul. So instead, and if you tie that in with the Indomitable Belief Warlord trait, at that point it's 4-up invul for sisters, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with a 4.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
No, what I was thinking with a 3-up invul, she can actually, she could probably base both dreads right there, and then she can take, she can take a round of combat from the Chaplain Dread, but with only a 4-up invul, she can't.
Right. So it looks like they scored for Sean. It is now 8-6. So he got 4 points that turn. That's pretty awesome.
Kill 1, hold 1, and bonus.
I'm going to use that on my Emperor's.
That's what he's going to need to keep doing that.
Should be down to.
Yep.
And he's also
Bonus
starting to work on those secondaries, which is really good.
Engineers is great, but once again, once he points those Thunderfire cannons at that unit on objective number 2, you can kiss Engineers goodbye for the rest of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a very.
Yeah, you pretty much can't with squishy infantry like that, man. You pretty much can't pick Engineers against Thunderfire cannons.
Yeah, definitely not. I would not.
All right, so you guys watching down there, you've already seen a turn and a half. Who do you think is going to win? Doug, who do you think's going to win?
Well, I've studied both lists again, but I really think that the Battlehawks are going to win.
Which one of these has only 1 win left? Is it this one here?
Touche.
That one right there.
Okay.
There you go. That's my hot take.
So Zenkaron says, I say sisters because Marines are the most boring race in 40k. Wow. Shots fired.
They are, though. Let's be honest. Black Templar Marines, though, have at least...
This guy's going to move up.
I mean, I think everyone has seen a lot of Iron Hand the last couple months.
Right. King Duncan says sisters because it's Sean. Isn't that you, Cullen?
What?
You're not King Duncan, right?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Why would he be?
That's
Try
that's
so
true.
hard
It
to
could be
get-
Duncan's
Yeah,
other secret account.
Yeah,
Duncan
and then,
Ninja.
these
It's
guys are gonna
his
be about 3
Shadow
inches.
Reddit account.
Oh yeah.
Not only am I playing the game, but I'm commenting on the Twitch chat.
All right, so we're seeing some intercessors come off the out of the impulsor. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of early right now.
Thank you, Wes. If you could line those
I
guys
think
up for me.
he's just gonna get the sisters off
This
between
this
objective 6 and
count on
5.
this wall is counted as
Yeah, and then hop in cover, and then charge and touch all those exorcists,
Well,
and then he's going to
yeah.
run out.
Yep, he's gonna go for the log,
You
but he's
can't
gonna
walk
take
up, you can
Celestine to the
walk up
dome.
it, Yeah.
But if he pulls
You walk up
Celestine
it,
towards
so it's
objective
4
5,
inches
that
up
means
and 2
she's
inches
avoiding
over,
objective
right?
4 and his castle. So that's
basically,
he's
essentially,
probably
if
just
I go
buying
like
himself
this,
time right now.
I could get right there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Of course, that being said, Exorcists are also really good at killing everything
It
in the
would be
game.
4 up and then
Yeah.
4 down, correct?
D3
Oh.
shots
Oh,
It
son
would
of
be.
a-
or
Three.
3D3
Three.
shots.
3 shots, yeah. It's
Mhm.
Well,
the only thing they don't have is ignore line of sight.
That would be
Yeah.
broken if they did.
yeah, just give me back.
They have a
into
minimum
the
of 3
US
and a
for
maximum
sure.
of 9 shots.
Well,
I will
changes
definitely take that over rolling
that's
one
not a big
DC.
deal.
Oh yeah, every time.
And he rerolls
this guy is
ones, I
actually
believe.
gonna move out.
Oh, King Duncan is Connor from 40KC.
Ah, okay.
So I'm going to change my Twitch name to King Duncan 12. Then
Are you prices writing him? Are you just doing $1?
well, no, like the other day we had like 8 Duncans in the chat or something, and it was really confusing.
I do like the fact that I can take and spin my view around anytime I want and look anywhere on the battlefield.
3-way war for the Duncan.
You don't walk around the table.
I do.
That what we call the Duncan is actually called the Sacco if you
No, I
come
hear
to
that,
Iron
yeah.
Halo.
The Sacco.
Just
The
don't do it
Sacco
on the terrain book.
matches. So what that is
I don't know which one the train button
we
is, so
usually
that's why I'm
have
like,
a head-to-head competition between 2 teams inside the tournament.
Ignore all the stuff up top.
Uh,
Yeah, don't go over there.
Basically, it's based on wins, not
There
battle
where it
points.
says
So
preset
if you're
terrains.
if the teammates meet each other during the tournament from opposite teams, we record those games, and the losing team bring home the Sacco. And if you've ever watched the league, and you've seen the Sacco, that's it.
So you don't
pretty
have
awesome.
anything in Deep Strike, right?
I do not, my friend.
Okay, cool.
You guys like get a Highlander for the Duncan? There could be only one.
Not
Just
on-
go
No, we just
around
give it to
taking
Duncan.
heads.
In all fairness, the Flying Monkeys have
Because
won the
Tabletop
Sacco 3
Simulator
years in a
or-
row.
It's because you have some
Oof.
stupid,
Okay, is it because of all the
So,
vehicles?
it's pretty
some
awesome.
stupid tanks. I'm like,
Not for them.
I know, not for them, but it's pretty hilarious.
really don't.
What if they're just lulling you into a false sense of security?
We said that year 2, and then they got destroyed.
I'll grab all those. dudes.
It's the long con.
Be on the lookout for Outlanders. We're coming around for the bend this year. Coronavirus saved most of your guys' teams. So we started traveling a lot more this.
All right,
Oh.
so we got a little movement. I think there's nothing in reserve for Sean, which is really interesting. Usually, you want to keep like maybe a couple Seraphim squads at the back. 65 points for double hand flamers. Bring them on one at a time. Get recon. Cap objectives on turn 3.
Alright, so
I don't
here's what
see
we're
that
gonna
in
do
this
now, bud.
list.
When you're running nine mobilators, or
And-
kind of
and-
tough to find points for everything else.
We're shooting.
And
Yeah, I think
remember,
we're shooting.
Seraphim were only available in the box set, so up until recently. So it's possible that he's only playing with the models he had.
Again, I'm gonna use another CP from the-
Only the ones he had painted in.
Oh, accurate in so many ways.
Down, my man. Right.
So you know what? I do appreciate this pace of game.
There.
Okay.
So. And you know what?
Yeah, no. Listen, I've loved the last two games that I've been able to cast, but this is moving much quicker than all the other ones.
Trimmer shells on this guy. And
We're at
right there.
We're getting over the learning curve, I think.
So it'll cost me an additional
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wes is taking no nonsense,
So
and
my first target is this simulator here.
He's harsh but
And this
fair.
simulator
He
here.
is a generous god. I mean, he was pretty passive aggressive in my game when I would try to give my guys another half-inch movement. He would have to remind me over and over again. But he was right.
Hilbert did move, so that one that's right there.
I mean, what's an extra half-inch between friends?
You know.
So that is 2 at neg 1.
Okay. Ignore that.
Keep it clean. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day.
Oh,
Yep. Actually, the funny thing is the championship's on Easter Sunday, so
good to go.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
So,
we got 7 more days of 40K. Can you guys believe that's gonna be streaming for 2 weeks straight?
This is literally my dream. All I've ever wanted was this. I can sit and watch 40K in a chair. I am living my best life. I left LVO with just swollen feet from having to stand around all day. This is delightful.
I'm still having, flashbacks and nightmares from BCP crashing.
Yeah, because it's not
and
both of them. It's
people asking me, like, when is it going to be back up?
Okay,
And
so sorry.
I thought the first rule of LVO was we don't discuss the BCP app
Good
issue.
call.
Oh no, we can still discuss it. So, still ever more
you should just fire
Velociraptor.
one
Thanks for
and then fire
following.
the other.
Please follow our channel. We've got lots more 40K action. 7 more games. We have 4 coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
3 at
Thursday
day 1.
are going to be the Elite 8
Okay,
round.
and that's this one right
Then
here.
we're Saturday, Sunday, or excuse me, Friday,
so I'm
Saturday
on that
is
one.
the final 4 round.
Okay.
And Sunday is championship round. So
moving on.
Jason, a little birdie
Now
told
it could
me
be a
that the
second time.
Wednesday game is going to be
Now
pretty
second
awesome.
time.
That everyone should tune into that one.
So
yeah, what time is the Wednesday game?
It's whenever you aggressively text me to get online. I think that was.
I think it was 6 o'clock. If I
it
remember.
was 6 o'clock.
So you're facing Bam, right?
I think it's going to be a very enjoyable game with 2 people that are literally going to shit talk each other for 3 hours.
I think so too.
You're going to have to rate it MA.
Already is. The channel is definitely adult themes in it, so mature audiences only.
Yeah. Put your kids to bed. There's no reason.
yeah, adult themes like sportsmanship and discussing drinking and swear words.
Me and Bam never play for the sportsmanship. Let's be honest.
That's okay. And to be all honest, Bam has an interesting folk. So I think it's gonna be very interesting. I think Bam is definitely trying to. He wants to be a little bit more competitive than he was last year, and he has the practice. I feel like he has the practice and the gameplay to go there.
Started at the bottom. Now he's here.
Yep, I think that's where everybody starts.
Yeah, the trick is you got to get those reps in, man. Like, you got to play more and you got to try different stuff out. That's a secret.
And that actually brings up a really good point for the game we're watching right now with JT. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's supposed to be, how the first turn is going, how the second turn is going. And I think he knows what he's going to do turn 3 and turn 4. And, once you have a really good game plan for the game, you're going to see outcomes like this, where you are the attacker, you're not the defender, you're dictating what happens in the game.
Off the impulsor.
It's all about control. Think about the next couple turns.
So, question for you guys: what happens if this intercessor squad, or excuse me, if the sisters out here in the middle,
Okay, so
right there, die from storm bolters and bolter rounds? Do you think that this intercessor squad right here should charge this emulator to get closer?
So Emperor's champ.
I think he's gonna possibly lower that squad amount to where he now can easily charge it and then slingshot for.
Still want you to shoot him.
I don't think he'd go for the charge right into Celestine. I think he wants to move Celestine away from the center of the board.
So,
well, Celestine's not even there. That's not even Celestine.
I thought that it's not her right there next to.
No
that's
way.
the Magnifier.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah.
No, what he wants to do is he wants to charge and he wants to wrap those guys and then kill them on his turn.
And then slingshot in the backfield. Yeah.
Right, or kill them on Sean's turn. I'm sorry.
Bolter here.
But I mean, like, charging intercessors have like 1 billion attacks.
That's true.
They have a few. Yep, only a few.
So.
Oh, looks like we got a Space Marine model out of the building too. Which one is it? My objective 6.
Hit, needing 5.
The Emperor's Champion.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
That dude hits pretty hard.
That guy, it looks like that guy has a plan. I feel like this guy definitely has a plan. He's like solo. He's gonna solo the emulator.
I think he has a plan, and whatever it is, it evolves sword inside that tank.
Hey, I will say, man, with emulators that don't have flamers, they're a lot less scary to charge.
And now we've gone full circle
about that.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about this before the game actually started. I was saying that I really like the emulators with the flamers, but Sean's gone for the heavy bolter spam. So
maybe someone in chat can fill us in. I would like to know why those don't have flamers. You know, I don't know.
So far, the only thing I can come up with is that maybe he just didn't have the models painted in time.
Yeah, you know, or he couldn't find the right file to download.
I don't have a file paint or anything, so. Should be down 6.
Which, you know, I would have let him proxy if he was playing against me, but, you know.
This guy here.
This isn't WYSIWYG? What are we talking about here? This is an official tournament, right?
Apparently, you know, I said this was an exhibition match, but I should have just taken the word exhibition.
Everything has a 6 up invulnerable.
Because it's really not. It's actually a competitive tournament.
Exhibition means many things to many people.
4 last cannons.
I mean, as long as you're not using like Skaven ogres as obliterators, but you're really
No, they were assault centurions.
And then 2 missile launchers.
Things to do on stream.
Into the one I just shot at.
Okay, cool.
So if you guys weren't following, that was actually an interesting joke here on the Iron Halo tournament coverage that we had back in October. We had a kind of a famous player, Matt Root. He brought some Skaven overs as he brought them as assault centurions. And it was actually game 4 the next day.
Okay, so
and basically he brought assault centurions as the Skaven red ogres and didn't get them approved, and so we figured that out in the middle of his game, and Doug, did we pull those models?
We did pull those models.
2 missile
They were definitely pulled.
Hold on, stream. The video's still up.
Yep. So I mean, in all fairness, they needed to be pulled. They weren't approved. And we do have a strict standard at the Iron Halo has a very strict standard on model policy. The cool thing is, if you ever have questions about your models, especially convergence, just email the TO, and more than likely they're going to say yes.
Jason, funny little Easter egg in that video. If you, because the game obviously ended, you guys zoned out over the.
I'm gonna fire.
There's me. You guys zoned on me, standing there for 30 minutes watching the game. Kind of little Easter egg. Just me in a blue shirt scratching my back.
So, by the way,
if I hit him, I do
during Matt Root's game,
and then all other.
Or is it a different? Was it a different stream?
No. Oh, wait, for which one? The Easter egg or what happened?
Yeah,
I think that was Matt's game.
During the game, yeah, I was at Iron Halo. My game quickly. I took a knee, drank some water, decided to start over again the next round. So no, I was walking around.
So
that's probably me then, because I was on the camera. So.
I appreciate it. You saw the best looking guy in the audience, and you zoned in on. It was good. Good choice.
1 mortar wound.
Let's see. I don't think I can take.
Man, those rat ogres.
No pains
I gave him some crap about that at LVO too.
That's correct.
I don't know.
Man's charge, deny the witch, hit, wounds.
I mean, everything always. There's always one thing that happens at every convention. You remember, like last LVO, the guy had a heart attack and had to be taken out in a stroller.
Okay. For the record, that guy did not have a heart attack. He was actually just dehydrated.
Everyone was like,
now
right. And funny story is he came back the next day.
That guy. Well, he left his army.
Well, sure. He also came back to play the next day. So
dehydration is you just go and get your saline, and then you're good to go, man.
It's Vegas. You could easily get a sailing trip anywhere you go.
Oh, the 20 dice period. Okay, got it. All right, understood.
All right, so it looks like JT's shooting some more models. Let's take a gander.
Okay, something tells me it's going to be a last cannon into a vehicle.
And 5s. Rolling 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at neg 1.
Okay. So it's 3 up saves still. Oh wait, you said 5 at neg 1?
Yeah, 5.
Oh, okay. I rolled way too many. Okay. Fail 3, so feel no pains. Make 1, so take 2.
Okay.
All right, JT working on those models. Guys in chat, what are you guys working on right now? Doug and Colin, what are you working on?
Right here that
I'm watching this game.
He is going to fire.
Nice. Doug's painting, I think, right?
I am painting intercessors, yeah.
Apparently the most boring faction in the world, according to one of our viewers.
4 last cannons at this guy right here. 2 missiles at this guy right here.
Okay. I mean, I don't even care. I've owned it. I'm playing Space Marines. It's fine.
They're pretty good this year. They have quite a few rules.
Last cannons first. I'm hitting you on 3s.
I'm actually doing DIY Marines, so they can be any chapter, whichever one has the best rules. So I'm that guy.
Any Space Marine paint scheme could be any chapter as long as
it could be 3s though, right? Because you moved. Or you did not move?
No, you're absolutely right. But like I'm doing even better and sliding around the those guys are Ultramarines. Like no, you don't know what they are.
I have listen. I paint like a small child. So Black Templar are, and I'm not trying to insult them. I actually like the black.
And then,
but they are pretty simple to paint. Let's be honest. People seem to stop lying to themselves. I paint Black Templar for my Marines. But let me tell you what, those Black Templar have some great Raven Guard rules.
Nice.
Right. That's true. They do.
You go through.
Master of Ambush is great on a Black Templar captain.
Oh, I'm trying to forget you have feel no pain.
Well, I'll tell you what it's not good on anymore is an Assault Centurion. You cheesy get you.
Funny story, true story. Bought 6 Assault Centurions. 1 week later, GW drops it back. So I'm not saying I feel the pain of all the Iron Hand players over the last 6 months, but they had to sell their exact same army list they've been playing and winning.
Missiles are on.
But I felt it. That was now I'm sitting here with 6 Assault Centurions. I don't know what to do with them.
I mean, you can still use them. You just can't ambush them with that specific warlord trait.
The last
but it made them so good, though.
Oh yeah, well, especially with the ITC allowing you to know who's going first.
+1 to wound.
It was a glorious 2 weeks, wasn't it?
That sweet reroll.
Hey, so still Everett Moore Velociraptor says, brand new to this game, planning to start playing for the AdMech faction. So I think we've seen a couple AdMech armies in game, allied in with other Space Marine chapters. I think you fought one, right, Cullen?
No, I actually am running AdMech.
Oh, you are running? Okay.
Yeah, listen, this is no better time than right to get into Adeptus mechanic. They got a lot of models already, and in the next couple months, once this Covis thing is over, they're getting another wave of brand new models and rules. So that's a great army to choose from right now.
Oh,
they're going to have what is it? The
Miracle Dice on the other one.
The AdMech guys on War Dogs. The AdMech guys.
They're on horses with flame faces.
Yep, and then the Leonardo da Vinci flyer.
One failed one.
Yeah, no, they're all amazing.
And with them having the Imperium keyword,
Last but
there's a
not
lot of
least.
options that they can do, like taking Black Templar looking models and running them.
You know what else you can do is if you play
This guy's only one's left on?
Alpha Legion,
Which one?
those make good Raven Guard too.
All right. So
Anything's Raven Guard.
Actually, anything anything Alpha Legion is really any Space Marine
last
chapter.
Thunderfire?
In all fairness,
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
He's going to go.
I'm not gonna lie. When Primaris Marines first came out, and I threw out all my mini Marines, I was gonna paint them as Alpha Legion, but this was pre-contrast paint, so there wasn't like
Making
an
my
easy
job
way to
easier.
get the metallic without
It is
going
isn't it?
crazy airbrushing and everything. And so I just
So this
painted
one is
Ultramarines
the
instead.
rolls, the other one did not.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of armies like that that just look great.
Okay. And threes. That's sweet. Bad boy right there.
Basically, just everybody should just paint Alpha
That is
Legion.
5 at neg 1.
All right. For 2s. Got him.
People should play
all
what they
right.
want
There
to
goes
play.
there goes those last sisters.
So
Yep.
now we're looking at.
So he's not going for the charge. Interesting.
This Emperor's Champion is going to charge that tank right there.
All right, here's the charge phase. It's pretty important, guys.
So 9 shots Overwatch.
Let's just start with that Emperor's Champion.
That's what he's doing. So I got
Dude, that
the
guy's
Overwatch
just-
from the immolators.
Looks like I got 2 at least in there.
That's who's just going ham. He's going to do it all by
I
himself.
think I'm in range to re-roll.
But he doesn't have any kind of protection with him, which means the following turn, that Emperor's
So looking
Champion
for
is going to be
3s.
shots.
He's got
Yeah.
a 2-up save and a 4-up invulnerable. He'll be fine.
All right, 3
Heavy
ups.
bolters or neg 1.
Take
Maybe,
one.
all those immolators are 9 shots hitting on.
I still need those
hitting on
dice,
threes,
Wes.
hitting on
Quit moving
threes.
stuff.
Makes him just have the 3-up in a save. He's
It
still
just makes
Space
him-
Marine.
And my
turns
charge
him into
range
a
is
storm shield, man. Come
7.
on.
That's a fair point.
I can
He's
reroll
got
one or both
this.
because I'm a Black Templar.
Usually you want to support him
He'll
with
get
some
me
other
there, right?
models. You don't want him running out there by himself.
All right, so we will.
That's interesting. I still
Does he
don't
have
know
5
why
wounds or 4
he's
wounds to start?
charging into the immolator
I
with
think.
one character.
I don't think that's even a fair trade. Emperor's
It's
Champion
not.
is
It's
75
not.
He's
points.
got 4
What
wounds
is he
of
doing?
So consider that. I guess it's going to depend on if he can get out of line of sight, or if he can get out of line of sight to those exorcists. But
And let's see.
the Emperor's Champion shuts down that one immolator shooting. The next turn now, he's got to either shoot at the Emperor's Champion or something else, and then the Emperor's Champion just keeps going on a rampage. So
Something tells me that Emperor's Champion's not going to beat it. If he has no support for it, next turn it's going to get blown. Maybe he's doing it just to absorb shots. He's forcing his opponent to deal with this threat this turn while he's looting with the Space Marines on the ground.
Is 2
right, like don't shoot at my dreadnoughts, shoot at this guy instead.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's fair.
That
the
being
quality
said-
shots will be going to the Exorcist, which both of them looks like they have been tiered.
Yeah, looks like a 2 and a 6.
7 and 6 wounds.
Oof.
2.
So feel no pain.
It looks
This
like
is-
some
this is-
wounds went through.
This is where that faith in the Emperor pays off.
All right, cool.
Oh, that is a dark path to follow, sir.
That will just shimmy around a little bit here.
I mean, in actuality, I'm a Chaos player.
All right.
So,
Obviously. He
Tank
is
swing
going to
back
hide it
for
behind.
6s.
You're at neg 1.
Nothing.
Charge. He consolidated in, move towards the bit, get him behind that terrain piece, try to avoid the
I'm at neg
exorcist.
1 because of.
Because
yeah, if they're tiered and you make a move, that's like even better.
So I couldn't hit.
Yeah,
him.
hitting on 5s.
Cool.
I mean, JT is, he's a boomer himself, so I think he does have some savage tactics for against us young folks. In fact, early he told me to get off my lawn, so
I do believe that's the end of my turn, friends.
Yeah.
that was
I think
interesting
it's gonna be
conversation.
another.
You should definitely be social
more for
distancing
me.
yourself right now.
More.
You should not be on anyone's lawn.
Fillmore.
You should be tied on holding.
Did this lawn have? Did you ask this lawn's consent
Oh, are we
before
talking
you?
about-
Apparently.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
to
He's
8.
holding that one. Yeah,
Evened
okay.
up.
Cool. So you kill more.
All right, they're scoring it up right
You
now.
got the bonus that last turn, and I don't. So
Butcher's Bill. Come on, let's see a point.
He's actually he's within 3 of that objective. That's why
I
he
think
got
ground
the bonus,
control
so
might
that's
have been a bad
contested, so he
choice.
does hold more than
Butcher's Bill might have been a bad choice.
Say again?
Like I said, that's what, like if he had recon, he'd have
Oh, he does hold more?
two ticks in that already.
Okay.
Yep.
That's tank's within 3.
But
so
on the
that's
other hand,
contested,
I mean,
so
I don't
you
know,
own 2 of them.
You know,
Okay. Good enough.
You want your secondary objectives to be
let's
working
see.
for you turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. You know, those are your prime turns that you're going to.
Big game hunter this turn.
right? You're looking at those
Probably
as in those are 12
already
points that you're gonna get in the game, and if you're not getting them, then you're just
I'm
falling
assuming he
behind.
can do it by the end
Yeah.
of the game. So.
If it's turn 6 and you're hunting for that
maybe
1
we'll
point,
see.
then the game was obviously either really brutal or something went wrong,
Or both.
or both. I think we saw that yesterday with the Orks and Chaos. Great.
Oh man, that was such a fun game to watch. Like everybody rooting for the Orks. If you didn't watch that, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. Just
and I
Google
will roll
Lord
my
Marshall
dice.
TV or click on one of the
Further
panels
claim.
below. Man, it was just a heartbreaker for the Orks. Bottom line is that a Relic Shock attack gun paid 4 CP to shoot 3 times, only did 6 wounds, and even in that process of shooting, rolled an 11, which means that Relic Shock attack gun went Super Saiyan. And man, I tell you what,
give it
just
to the-
seeing that broke my heart. Agree, Cullen?
In the back.
I mean, I think Ork players understand what that's like. They're the one army and player base that are just used to everything falling apart when they desperately need it to work.
And I will give that to
It's love-hate. It's love-hate.
It is definitely love-hate. So, well, let's take a look. We've gone through 2 turns already. The score is 9-11 with JT in the lead. Let's look at the graph right now for Cullen. So he started at a 91% based on his stats for the Lord Marshall Conference and win percentage, and it's slowly getting just below that 50% threshold right now. And Cullen's at a 48% chance to win. I still think he does have a decent chance. He does have a lot of vehicles on the board. The Exorcists are still there. He still has a lot of firepower. I'm just trying to wait and to see what happens. What's his game plan? I think, personally, I felt like Cullen was kind of taking a bull by the horns, rushing those emulators out there.
You mean Sean?
Excuse me,
I'm
Sean.
Cullen.
Excuse me. Wow, that's right.
What
You're
is
not
wrong
playing.
with you, Jason? Oh.
I didn't want to say anything because I like my name being. So I wasn't.
Here's what we're gonna do. Every time we talk about the players, we're gonna say Cullen.
That's
Fair point.
I can do that.
Strong name.
Cullen is moving his emulators right now towards Objective 3, but I think Cullen's Black Templars are probably going to be able to, answer that.
So guys,
Cullen is the jack of
what do you
all
think
trades.
Sean's strategy is at this point? I feel like he's just going to kind of consolidating, and just his goal is to hold the middle of the board. And do you think that's enough to win?
Looking at it, he didn't take a lot of damage from the Black. There's still a lot of tanks on the board. Looks like he's only lost one immolator, and he's lost 1 exorcist. Losing a 5-man squad of sisters is not the end of the world. He still has a lot of power on the board. But if you look over at the Black Templar, he's got a lot of stuff left. All of the las cannons are still there, which means you're just getting hit every turn. This is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be a close game. When you showed the graph, it was literally right down the middle. I think it's anyone's game at this point.
He needs to get rid of those las cannons though.
Yep.
That once you get vehicles with all wounds on them, man, then just things like bolters and stuff are just going to start picking them up.
I'm still in range, but outside of range. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'm also going to spend a.
All I
see,
want
that
to do
piece
is
like
see the
a soul
Saint.
link.
Where is Saint Celestine? Why is she not blowing stuff up and teleporting herself across?
Well, Saint Celestine's right over here hiding.
She's not supposed to do that. She literally has.
I got it.
She's like playing Doom. You know what I mean? Like you get an extra life.
This is that.
Like just charge her out there.
I mean, what I could see, Cullen, God, I did it again. What I could see
Cullen's on your
Sean
mind.
doing is honestly just moving 2 extra emulators up, Celestine in the middle. All right, the emulator screen. Once they get popped, the sister screen. So you're looking at cumulatively, what? maybe 30 or 40 wounds before getting to Celestine. And even before then, the Celestine has the Gemini to soak up any damage.
She still has a 12-inch move and a 2d6 charge. I think she could get there. You know, you're going to have to tank the last cannon faces with a dome, but get in there, do something.
Actually, now that you've got the table slid around there, you can see if Cullen were to move the St. Celestine down to the bottom of the table there, I think she could get in there and touch the dreadnought without Cullen's chaplain dread being able to heroically intervene.
Man, you are
this
such
is my
a good
dream right
shotcaster,
now.
Doug.
This is my dream.
So guys in the chat, who do you think's gonna pull out the W?
Cullen, obviously.
It's obviously
Cullen
gonna be
definitely is
Cullen.
going to win.
Just kidding. We have JT and his Black Templar, or Sean and his sisters. So let us know. Be sure to type it right now, now, now. Push those buttons.
Called it. Called it. You know what? I see it too.
You are. Oh man.
You know, Jason, they call that a Freudian slip. You know, if you want to talk to a therapist.
Clean sweep.
Okay.
Seems like Cullen's gonna win it.
Thank you, D&D Dan, for being real and participating. Also, Homestay says Cullen. Everybody says Cullen, and D&D Dan says Cullen, but also the Black Templar Cullen, not the sisters Cullen.
Remember, the Black Templar Cullen are the actual Raven Guard. They're just painted like Black Templar.
Shots.
So I do want to say thank you guys for all viewing. We actually are, I'm pretty sure we're over 8,000 views over the course of this channel, which is pretty awesome. You know, we stream, Lord Marshall TV streams nothing but competitive 40K action and tournaments, live tournaments, not just tabletop simulator. And so after we get through the quarantine, we are planning on streaming multiple events like the Renegade Open, Iron Halo, Show Me Showdown, Flying Monkeys Con, and Siege World. So plenty of live 40K action to go, and it's gonna be pretty awesome, I think. So be sure to follow us on this Twitch page, and we will get more action. And there goes the Emperor's Champion.
Yep.
We knew that was coming.
Obliterated.
I'm kind of sad about that. If we're being honest.
It looks like he did 6 damage, and then he died. Like I said, I don't know if that would have been a great trade.
It's not a great trade. I'm gonna ask JT why he did that, because I feel like that was pretty dumb.
Oh, it's right before I rolled the damage?
Yeah, it replaces a roll.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought I had to do it before I even shot. Cool. So I should be down to 3 CP now. Yep, got me there. Reverse shots.
So
I like how this
commentary says, "Bruh, it's Teets with flamers." As Teets and flamers, we know what's gonna happen.
Those are not flamers; those are heavy bolters.
Exactly, heavy bolters.
So none of us know what's going to happen.
Nope.
We've never been in this predicament before.
Which is why he did it, because he just knew, like, there was a chance.
6 go through.
That's pretty nice.
Then, yeah, so 6 wounds. Or no, these both were hit shots. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
So it looks like he moved Celestine.
So 5 wounds.
Once again, towards her unnatural,
AP
not
minus
towards your
or something
opponent
like that.
position
Yeah,
she's in
-3.
now. We're on turn 3, and she's not died at least once. I think we're pushing some record.
Yeah. Take.
Yeah, no, she really should be. Actually, so both of those dreadnoughts are there right now. She should be basing both of those dreadnoughts.
I agree. And even if she dies, who cares? She comes back in charge.
I would also like to point out, well, no, he put them in a good position. However, all that JT has to do is destroy this rhino right here, and oh, never mind. There's one dreadnought gone, but then the dreadnoughts have free reign on Celestine.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And those dreadnought are those
I have this emulator.
So you know, I think next turn's gonna be really big. And we completely forgot the 4 Centurions with heavy bolters that are right there in his deployment zone still.
I mean,
Actually, why is he not being more aggressive with those?
So
Are they Are they the engineers? Perhaps. Well, no, they're not by the objective, so they can't.
Yeah.
be.
no, he doesn't have engineers. He has Big Game
right,
Hunter,
that's
Ground
right.
Control, and Old School.
3 miss.
Yeah. The sisters are engineers. I'm stupid.
I think once those exorcists go down, I think you're going to see those Centurions just kind of walking through that heavy bolter fire, pushing to the center of the board.
I agree.
haven't touched any dice.
Okay.
I think that should have been.
Less.
You know, it's interesting. We see the exorcist in the back have 6 and 7 wounds respectively.
When you
And I'm kind of surprised that he didn't actually finish those off. It sounds like he might have split fired. It looks like he might have split fired.
All right, so we'll do the -1s first.
Or just took 4 last cannons each of them, and that's the amount of damage.
Kill one, put a wound on
Yeah.
another. And so
Yeah, he might have
die,
been. He might have been
with,
shooting and thinking, I don't want to waste 4 las cannons on one with 6 wounds. You know.
Yeah, he split his shots. I mean, he's got, Sean has a
Shoot this
target-rich
immolator that's hitting
environment
you on
still.
5s at them.
Here we go, just kill the Space
This
Marine.
one right here.
But the issue
Right
is
behind
all
you,
these
so
vehicles are starting to get bracketed, And you have 2 Tech Marines on Thunderfire guns that, just so everyone remembers, in a pro tip, they can heal vehicles too. They can heal dreadnoughts.
Right, so 5s, we're rolling.
The other. So the other big issue is that with all of with all of Cullen's immolators right there that are damaged, it's like as the game goes on, it's just going to take 1/6 to have one explode to make a really bad day for the parking lot.
That's someone knows what he's doing. Let's be honest.
-1s coming up.
Right, but that's one of the weaknesses of the parking
so
lots.
We'll kill a dude, move a wound. So I'm just gonna
Also, always remember, vehicles can explode and cause mortal wounds to everything around them. So be very cautious how you put a bunch of wounded people.
We saw that yesterday. The new Alpha Legion strat in in its prime.
Forced
Basically,
Ork buggy. Yep.
Yep, it blew up a Ork truck, and instead of rolling for the vehicle to blow up, you play this Alpha Legion strat, and the vehicle automatically blows up. How crazy is that?
pretty good when you're surrounded by like weird boys.
I think it's not an auto blow up. It's like +3 to the roll or something.
It is
it's
plus
an
3 to the
auto.
roll.
It's
No,
auto.
I think it's +3.
Oh, +3. Okay.
Yeah, the auto strats are Death Guard have 1 to blow your own vehicles up automatically, and AdMech have 1,
Yeah, I think I have 1.
3s.
which is still amazing because like you drive a Rhino or something up and then go, oh boom, suck it,
Okay.
suck
The
it.
funny story
Or you
is,
use the drill.
Okay.
here's maybe what
Come on, fellers.
I almost said Cullen, but it's not Sean. Sean was planning to do with his immolators. So
Let's
the
just
immolators.
restart this stream.
I know we could. So the immolators actually have a stratagem where if they blow up, you can have them automatically blow up and do mortal wounds. So maybe he was planning on running them up and getting into the dreadnoughts' faces, into the lines, and just blowing them up. But obviously, I feel like Sean has adjusted his strategy at this point.
We'll go ahead and shoot into.
Yeah, I mean,
It almost looks like he had a different idea and is changing it around.
Exactly.
So we're gonna do my single heavy bolter into.
Sorry, Colin, go ahead.
That's one of the great things about this hobby in this game. You're always going to see strategies adapted to it. You're not just going to roll buckets of dice at each other, like Tau versus Eldar in
Who's
6th edition. This is a very fluid game. What we said 2 turns ago is different than what's being done right now. You can't plan for what's going to happen. It's good. It's really good, but I think that it's going to be tough though. He still has a lot of vehicles that have a lot of wounds on them.
Ooh, I think
Headhunter is dead, or not Headhunter, but
You're fine. You're good.
Big Game Hunter.
And then
Big Game Hunter is definitely max right now, which means he can now just whittle everything down, doesn't have to concentrate.
Or for a hit.
It's tough. 4 points already.
It's a wound at -1.
Yeah, that's why Sean really needed to get those primary points early.
6 shots.
To build that lead.
Or the dread.
Now, what do you think? Do you think Sean should have been more aggressive with all the immolators across the field turn 1? And just
Yes.
bum rushed?
Yes.
I mean, obviously
The last
not even
one,
across the field, but just like
everything
for a
into-
different angle, for a better firing solution.
Go everything into the
Like they literally can't see anything where he put them, so like they got to go somewhere.
Now, he also lost an Exorcist turn 1. If he would have rushed his Rhinos or the immolators up to the mid,
ones.
I think that would have saved one of his Exorcists turn 1. He would have still had 3.
Yep.
Should
You know.
have been a reroll.
That's true. That's true too. I forgot about that.
Fives.
But I mean, you know, even where they're at right now, I mean, and now he's got his own immolator blocking him.
The other one?
Down here.
Oh, there.
You know, blocking his line of fire.
So the -2.
So like, what's the only thing he can shoot at? Is an impulsor? Like, what? You know, that's not necessarily helping him with the war effort there.
No, you know. I mean, you know, but then like, the counter thing is he still has a lot of models.
Going to be my
turn. A lot of plastic still in the game.
Right.
You know, not a lot of damage has been done.
Butcher Spill Engineers.
I think that the Space Marine is doing more, but you know, you're only killing. He's only killed 160 point exorcist, which always is going to happen by turn 3, and he's only got one miracle dice. So you know, there's still a lot of space. Sisters of Battle stuff on board. Celestine still has her doom-free health, so she can still die, come back one more quarter, and go across the board and kill some more stuff.
Use my reroll this turn.
That's true. You're absolutely right there.
And go ahead.
All right.
All right, and that was actually Sean's turn right there. So let's take a look at his score. Wow, he scored a lot of points that turn.
Oh, by the way, Colin, another thing that I was just thinking with that impulsor is JT could now, it's in position where it could fly up and probably multi-charge and touch 2 of those immolators.
Oh, I would definitely trade an impulsor for two exorcists to lock him into combat.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All day, every day.
Just remember, vehicles can lock other vehicles.
So what do we have here? So we're at
that's pretty fun.
6 and 7.
And what's funny is I think the impulsor has, isn't it hover or something?
Yeah, it has fly.
So it could break out of combat and shoot, where the sisters can't.
That's actually pretty good.
The impulsor like literally craps all over Eldar and Tau. It's just like we have all the rules you have, but we give them to Space Marines.
Yeah, it's like the Imperial Fist cheese, where you could have like 3 orbital strikes before the game begins with like this impulsor, the warlord trait, and then the stratagem. You can literally drop 3 orbital strikes at your opponent with 1.
Yeah, like why? Sure, why not?
If you're Tau drones, come on, that would be hilarious. So the first turn, I kill all of your drones from 3 orbital strikes.
Actually, the thing that's kind of, you know, annoying to me is that, you know, GW clearly made Space Marines the best with this new refreshed codex.
Alrighty.
And so they gave us the fix. They're like, oh, well, we'll just make everybody only do Devastator Doctrine 1 turn. And now it's like, all right, no problem. We'll just take 3 Whirlwind Scorpiuses.
I think Space Marines have divided many of all over the country, because you have the furious love of the Space Marine players that just they're not that good, and then you have everyone else that knows that look at them, they're like, bro, come on, man. Iron Hands Overwatch on 5s, that's Tau's gimmick. That is literally what Tau do, and you get that for free. I mean, come on.
You get it for free on top of all the other cool stuff you're getting.
Right click it.
You also get Uthway's 6-up Feel No Pain. You get Tau's Overwatch gimmick.
Like, you get whatever you want to, and it'll be up there in your saved objects.
You can move without suffering. Without suffering penalties.
Yep. They're just weird. You got to grab them at the side.
I mean, DW went a little ham on the Space.
Hey, Wes.
Yes.
You take this chaplain thing right against that wall right behind the
Definitely still painting Space Marines.
Like that?
Oh yeah, no, me too. No, you can't beat them. Join them. Let's be honest here. My workbench doesn't have more Eldar on it. It has Black Templar Raven Guard Space Marines.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I want my World Eaters to be good, but
I was within 9 last.
No, they're not.
Time,
so you know, it's fine.
I was good to go there anyway. So you know me, man.
Cheating yourself.
Cheating myself.
All right, here goes that impulsor.
Yeah, so it looks like Sean picked up 5 points on that turn.
Oh, objective block.
Hey man, are you an inch away? No.
I think we might have to see Celestine charge an impulsor with a shield dome.
Oh my god, 4-up invulnerable save on a vehicle is so silly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we're at the point if Celestine gets bogged down in a combat with an impulsor, that's gonna be real tough.
Here's what we're gonna do, man. Let me me take a look at something. Let me see how many wounds are on all these.
I mean,
So,
you're looking at
if you guys are looking on stream right now, we
Plinking
have
and
the
planking on them, but I haven't really.
Contemptor Dread
I'm
with
putting them
4
away,
las
and that's
cannon.
hurting
Looks
me
like
right
it's
now,
got some
so-
pretty good shots into the Exorcist.
Let's do
Who do you
this.
think the? I feel like the Exorcists are the most juicy target
First
for
thing
this
we're gonna
Contemptor.
do is I'm going to put this.
Don't forget that
Chaplain
Chaplain Dread has
into
las
this
cannons as well. I
immolator
believe,
right
right?
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it does.
I'm going to put everything.
Yeah, it
up,
has
so
one
that
las
includes
cannon and a
storm
claw. Looks like so.
So
So he's got 6 las cannon shots
Stormbolt's
at
coming.
stuff.
So the chaplain has a twin las cannon.
Yes.
hitting on
Yeah.
2s, rerolling that 1 because of Hellbirch's.
He's got a lot of targets.
especially for
you
the
know.
claim. And wounded on 5s, 1 wound. Actually, hold on. I get to reroll that 1. I apologize.
I like how you have the Centurions just peeking around the corner so they can gun
I said
down
nope,
troops
2
as they
wounds.
come out of the vehicles.
2 wounds.
Here's going to be an interesting
it rolled
thing
over on me
if
the last
he
second.
can take out.
Minus.
I feel like
No minus.
No minus. So 3.
the Contemptor is going to take out the Exorcist. The Chaplain should take out the Immolator. So, real quick, Contemptor Dread should target the Exorcist right there in the back.
Wounds, AP, neg 3. All right, so I got to switch up.
The Chaplain needs to take out
Let's go through.
this Immolator. And then here is the amazing thing right here, which is what I'm going to love.
9 damage.
I think, now I could be wrong, but you got all of these Centurions into Celestine, which is the perfect target for heavy bolters.
I
I
agree.
spend a CP.
I think you're just going to
I like where
see
you're
the
going.
vehicles start
Yeah.
getting 1Z,
So it's
2Zs.
gonna
You're going
hit,
to see the indirect fire from Thunderfire
just
and the small arms from the Centurions just removing sister
I
squads.
guess I should do a different angle.
You know,
Yeah,
but
so it's gonna hit my imaginary
Sean has to
fire
get
and
as much,
everything.
hold more as he can.
Just for you, which I'm not sure. What's
Yep,
behind it.
and Cobalt 93 lists. You can check them out at lordmarshall.org and click on Quarantine Hammer, that big old button in the center.
Scouts
Take a
in
look
your,
at player profiles, the list that every player is
I
bringing,
do have a 5
and also the format for this event.
Okay. Well, this is for your impulsor first.
Oh, kidoki.
3 on your impulsor.
3, got it.
We got
1, 2,
45 people
3.
watching. That's awesome.
Wow,
Fives.
that's awesome. Hey, thanks guys for watching.
Take 2.
Uh,
And then for your
if
scouts.
you
Yep.
So the format for Quarantine Hammer is it is a 16-man single elimination tournament. We started
cool.
streaming. And there goes that excuse me, the Immolator.
Immolator.
Yes, I was gonna say Impulsor, but that is totally not an Impulsor. So the format for Quarantine Hammer
Alright,
is
so
a
D3
16-man
on-
bracket
is it the
tournament.
magnifier
We are in the last
Mac.
game of the Sweet 16 round, and we'll be starting the Elite 8 round here tomorrow. So we're still looking to see who that game is going to be. I believe Scari's going to play on Thursday, which means JT and Dan will have to play tomorrow, probably at 6 or 7 o'clock. So
Oh, that's going to
What
be
I'm gonna do
interesting.
now is I'm gonna
But
follow
that's
this guy
assuming that
to,
JT wins.
right, JT or Sean, it's whomever it's going to be. I mean, the game is not yet complete. Obviously,
Two ass cannons
I do
here.
feel like JT definitely has the upper hand at this point.
6.
I think it's 6.
Do you guys feel the same way?
I mean, that was the same thing you were saying with my game against Duncan.
Oh.
You were calling me out until round 4.
Fire these.
I mean, you kept showing your statistics. Cullen's got an 80% chance to lose. Cullen's gonna. This game's over. Let's call it. If you guys don't go look on YouTube, watch the video. It was all planned. It was all planned. Just
Okay,
saying,
in all
you know?
fairness, that game was Duncan's to lose. And,
Oh!
and I really feel here's my opinion. If you guys watch the game, you can check it out at YouTube and look up our channel, Lord Marshall TV. But it was Duncan's to
so one
lose
hit?
because
Maybe.
he did not charge his Electro Priest, and he did not charge his Electro Priest into your 1 scout unit as well as into the Invictor. If he would have done that, it would have been he would have
Alright,
killed
so
the
play what I'm
scouts,
gonna do now.
gotten the 3-up invul, and then
going
tied up
fire.
your Invictor Warsuit for the rest of the game.
Wounds on him.
Listen. It's very easy to cast games and not be in the trenches with the rest of us. I had a game plan. I followed it through. I Winston Churchilled it. You know, I Cullened it. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was a good battle. No, I mean, it's. I think you're right. This is going to be tough because all of the Space Marine tools are still on the board. You know, you want to get rid of some of those dreadnoughts. And if you're looking at turn 3, they're still there. They're unloading every single turn. You know, it's tough. I mean, he now has to do a whole more to try to get kill more situation right now. But the Space Marines are just going to, they have better weapons. You know, they just have better weapons. Celestine should have already died once.
Yep.
And when you mean Celestine should have already died, you mean she should have already died because she flew in there to
correct
stuff up.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason for her not to die at least.
So let's just get
She needs to be in there just slugging it out, forcing the Space Marine player on the defense, allowing your sisters to get up close.
That's right.
She did not need providing a leadership bubble to tanks.
Or one.
That's true, because I don't think the invul, the +1 invul does not work on vehicles. So the interesting thing is, even if you fail, you know, that rule to bring her back, you can always just use a miracle dice to, you know, on a 2 miracle dice, you know, to bring it back, to bring her back. So, hey, Cobalt93, thanks for following our channel. Please do. We are just 13 follows short of 700 followers, which is a huge accomplishment for our channel. Thank you very much for everybody that has followed and has always watched. We are super thankful for you guys, and all we do is cover competitive 40K action. So if you're looking for a competitive 40K, this is the place to check it out. DLM 2413, thanks for the follow, bud.
And we try to have fun while doing it.
Exactly.
Which is one thing I've always enjoyed about the Lord Marshal Conference and the stream you guys do is they're always enjoyable to watch. Like if you don't believe me, look at some of the past streams. It's pretty hilarious.
So 3.
Oh, the Misery 802. Thanks for following. So let's take a tune in real quick to the players. But while we're doing that, if you don't mind in the chat, chime in on what you're doing. I think Doug right now is painting. Is that right?
I am still painting. Yes.
3, I think.
Yep, down to 3.
I'm painting Space Marines because they're the best, and I don't feel bad about it.
All right, so this is going with the other.
My ego is bolstered by my number of 40K wins. So.
Oh, where are you at in the Lord Marshal Conference?
I'm in that special. I'm in that special unranked category.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he doesn't want to take the wins from anybody else.
if you were to calculate my actual score, it would break the scale.
Let me tell you how Cullen looks at it. You're either behind me or you're in front of me. Okay, one or the other.
All right. The Misery says clipping racks. DLM 2413 painting work buggies, and DD Dan is painting. What are you painting, DD Dan?
Yeah, painting is what everybody should be doing. But Cullen, what I'm going to tell you is I took Pure Knights to Iron Halo 2 years ago.
Drop 4 more in there, Wes.
So,
yep, right when they just got their brand new codex, you were fine.
Yeah, and actually, I played against Nate on the table that fell over. So if you remember that,
I remember.
Was it from the amount of cheese on your side of it?
No. We were actually both playing Knights.
Okay, I'm not complaining.
Oh, the poor table.
And actually, so like he had Knights and some like other Marines or whatever. I'm ignoring Polonius 42. He also had a resin Knight Lancer, and the table started like to wobble, and like, you know, my Knights were all plastic and magnetized, so I don't care if they hit the ground, but man, I caught his Lancer before it fell over, and like I felt like a hero.
Did you win the game?
We actually tied.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
There you go. That many.
There is nothing worse in this hobby than a knight hitting the ground. I mean, I think we can all agree that is, especially a painted one. You just go, well, we can probably call it a day. Time to go back to bed and start over. Like that is just the worst.
All right, I think these are some shots into Celestine.
He's got what, 1 or 2
the
left.
Closest model.
It's like 3 left on
3.
him. So you got 1 at 3, 1 at 3, 1 at 6, and then 3 at full.
That one in the
I don't
back's
think
at 9.
Celestine's the closest
Oh, is
model.
that a
I think
9?
he's gonna have to hit.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think the Seraphim or the
Okay.
Rhino.
So I got.
Oh,
You're
decision
accurate.
with this
You're
dude.
accurate.
I don't think Celestine has over 10 wounds.
I mean, not today
technically
she doesn't.
does. Technically, she does when she
All
comes
right,
back to life
tell
the
you what I'm
second
gonna
time.
So this guy right here
Mhm.
is going to fire 2 las here, 2 las there, 2 missiles here.
Wow.
One
Okay.
more time. Las missile.
Las missile.
Okay.
He's just splitting the shots.
So we're going to start
He's
with
still splitting his shots, and he's not taking out the exorcists.
tank I just got done shooting
Interesting.
That is really interesting.
That's a bold move.
He must not be worried about him. But
And
funny thing about the
he
Exorcist,
is
remember they
plus
can
1
shoot
wound,
anywhere
so
from
he's
6 or from 3 to 9, strength 8, -4, d6 damage missiles.
Yeah, and we know anything 40k is a fickle mistress, and
Well, not only that, but right now they don't have to move to shoot that other dreadnought. So like they're going to be hitting on 4s,
1 or 2.
Yep.
rerolling
Yep.
1s.
Yep.
How about
Like
5?
that's bad news bears, man. You need to las cannon the crap out of those things.
Yep.
And that impulsor should have been
Let's hope
bad
we don't spoil
touching
here.
at least one of them.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I mean, maybe he's thinking the more the ventilators
should
he
have
can
been
blow
this
up,
one.
Nougat Center he can drag out of these
Okay,
guys.
that guy's
I guess he thinks that
dead,
he
so
wants to
moving on
kill
the next
Sister's
guy, the other
Battle
wounded
Ball.
tank, the under immobulator.
He
2
wants
hits.
to get the Battle Sisters.
For 2s, rerolling 1s. Holy
Oh, there
moly.
goes one.
Thank goodness. Right. Well, for you.
Oh man, 1 goes through.
Okay, let's go ahead and use my 6 miracle dice on 6.
Okay,
Whatever to make that save.
okay. And then to the exorcist
Just
there.
uses Miracle Dice for 6 though.
Reroll that 2.
Yep.
Into another 2.
For
And then this is on 4s.
a save, it looks
Or
like.
actually 3s
Yeah,
because
for a
I'm
save
plus
on
1 to win.
miracles.
Yep.
God bless America. All right.
I don't think that's what JT would actually say in real life, but it was pretty close.
Let's go with Thunderfire goodness time here.
Yeah.
That's disappointing on a whole lot of levels.
Here comes the Thunderfire.
All right, so, well, start doing it this way, I guess. We're going to start dropping bombs on Celestine because characters can't
Maybe he's going to take
screen
out
for
Exorcist
characters,
with the Thunderfire.
I'd say so.
All right, so we're going to
He's
go
got
Thunderfire 1 on
He's got a
Celestine.
Thunderfire of those sisters that are right there by the rock.
Make sure
There's
this is
one.
closer.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold on to that. Sorry.
Which angles are a thing.
All right, so that one's closer to that front one.
Yep. That tank's
Hey,
walking.
Jewel Roth.
Okay, then I'll go to that
when you
magnifier,
buy TTS, hit up the Lord Marshall page. We'll get you connected with Wes Anderson. He is looking for games, and he is willing to help out. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's been a fun game, and it's not over yet, but my money's on JT personally.
Just another shout out to Wes. He helped me
All right,
set it
buddy.
up,
Here we go.
and
2s.
you know, he was good at it.
I'll hit.
Very
And
descriptive.
T3, right?
Correct.
And of
And that
course,
is
the
all wounds.
TTS Discord.
Minus
They
1.
have a lot of guys in there that are willing to help out. If you
Yes,
can't
and
get
where
hold of one.
where can they find that?
Discord,
Or just
which is a chat app.
the chat, or not the chat app, but the is there the channel name? I guess.
Yeah, the channel name is TTS Tabletop Simulator Warhammer 40K.
What have I destroyed this turn?
I think just an immolator so far.
Just an immolator. This is a very disappointing.
2
turn.
immolators. You killed 2 immolators.
2 immolators. Okay. All right. Well, if I kill that, then I think we'll be tied at what we got. So the other Thunderfire will go into the magnifier.
Yeah, we're down quite a few vehicles here.
That's what happens.
Twos.
On the other hand, though, if JT loses his other Contemptor, he's going to be down on quite a few las cannons. He's not like his damage is going to drop off sharply, and the remainder of those vehicles might be able to just limp by with one or two wounds left, spread out for ground control.
100%. As you see, he does have a dead Contemptor Dreadnought.
exactly.
You know, there's already one down. He's gonna have to get through. JT's gonna have to get through the two exorcists. Like I said, and what Jason said, you're gonna want to blow up those exorcists. Those are your threat priority right now.
Oh, I think he just pulled the Icon Bearer.
Yeah, the Imagifier. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's only -1, so that's not going to do much. That's
Champion and
-1
Yep,
AP.
you killed the
So.
champion. Yep, forgot the champion. Yeah, I was looking for him. So we're at 3 and 3. Okay.
Jason, you're -1 AP.
Scouts can't run.
I know, but I'm also equal parts awesome.
Scouts with the
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone is equal parts Cullen every now and again.
Even the
That's
players.
true.
Okay.
That's true. I mean, like, looking at the strategy, it's clear that Cullen definitely had an idea of what it was going to happen this turn, and maybe it didn't pan out the right way.
That's true.
I don't kill,
Hey, so if you guys are listening in, apparently I made one boo-boo and called Sean
Three.
Cullen. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Get off my
Three
lawn.
times.
And from there, everybody is now called Cullen on stream. So awesome.
But only for good things that have happened. Please don't use it for bad things.
Yeah, for bad things, you say Jason.
You say Jason, yeah.
So, like, Jason forgot to move Celestine up to where he could contribute to the battle, but Cullen's doing a good job,
Yeah,
with the Exorcists.
it seems like Jason's target priority of not targeting those two exorcists. Cullen would have targeted those two exorcists, right?
I agree 100%.
+1 to wound.
Well, we're
In
having
fact-
fun today, so.
In fact, I don't think I've ever been more sure of anything ever.
Start some movements. Let's go ahead.
All right, so it's
and
Sean's turn. So let's take a look at a score update.
just cannon us back a little bit.
All right.
Also,
so Sean has 14 points, while JT was only able to grab 2 additional points that turn. Man, that's not good.
But he's back's big
I
game.
think I can just
Ground
in
control
range.
might not have
Is
been a
that-
great one. Old school. He's
I'm
still
figuring
get
out
that.
if I can
But Sean has a lot less stuff on the board. The grind is happening. I think he killed
Any
3
advance? Okay.
things, so he has 3
let's go ahead
things.
and
So
advance.
now Sean has to kill 3 units.
Well,
You
yeah,
know
this
how
is the
many I need
top
to
of the
advance?
turn. So
Yep. Oh, so that's it. So
2,
yeah.
man.
So
Okay,
he didn't
I'll
get
just go ahead and use my
killed.
miracle
Either
dice.
one or 2. Yeah, I mean, you're super close anyway.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, this is where the decision not to kill one of those other Exorcists might come to bite Jason.
Or Celestine.
Mm. Well, but that was it ended up she wasn't close enough or whatever.
Look, I'm a lot closer now than what I
Yep.
was measuring for.
He might not have had as much control over that one as he did at shooting the Exorcists.
If he jumps Celestine up with that immolator, knocks out the impulsor that's on the objective, he could force the Black Templar to actually finally get out of that line of sight blocking terrain.
But stay within that.
That's true, too.
Okay.
And let's take a look at the graph real quick for Sean. So Sean started at a 90% chance to win based on his metrics pre-tournament. And through the course of the game, it's gone and dipped down as much as 46%. But shortly, he is up by 1 point, which gives him a almost 55% chance to win now. So still anybody's game. Pretty close. Pretty awesome, I think, too.
It's pretty cool to see it hovering around. That means at least it's a.
Wow, it's awesome. We just see Celestine move across the board.
But where is she going?
Was right here. And then she just moved all the way up there. I'm wondering why she did that. What's the good strategy behind that, Cullen?
Oh, okay.
I don't have an answer.
Me neither.
I don't know why she did that. Unless you're trying to return 5 or 6. But I mean, at that point, you know, just take a Kareness and call it a day.
I mean, she's
not used her at all.
She's the warlord too, right? Or is she not the warlord?
She does not have to be the warlord. I feel like she's not. She shouldn't.
Because if she's not the warlord, then who cares if she dies, man? Like, get her up there. You're not preserving her for old school.
Okay, game state.
I think you're gonna have to ask him after this game's done. Please explain to us.
We're back to an okay game state. You're happy?
She is not the warlord.
Always.
Okay, cool. That's my bad.
Maybe
We'll
it's his favorite model, and he doesn't want her to die.
Fire.
I mean, he probably spent hours painting it.
I understand that feeling.
I know Sean. I don't think Sean's doing that. I feel like Sean's a fairly competent, aggressive player. I think there might be a method to madness, and I'm very interested to hear what it is. I don't know what it is. So like,
Is it going to be that he comes back and he goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot what her stats were, and I just didn't want to look it up."
Maybe he thinks it's.
We can go black or red. You choose.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So
I mean, he could have just deep struck her in the
Yeah.
backfield. I mean, he had so many other options
I'm gonna
to do with her.
split
He
this
didn't
one
have to just with the troops.
basically
Yeah, especially
the extent
because
of being able to
Sean
see
had
this guy not being able to see
had
him
very
by
few
that.
troop choices in his list. Actually, no, I take that back.
I think I'm
He
okay
had,
there.
didn't he have like 6 sister squads?
I thought he only has 4.
Okay.
So I
One,
think
1, 2,
that's
3, 4.
removed
He has
phase.
4 battle sister
First one is
squads
canon, that's
with
that's
special
the reaction, so
weapons,
that's number 3.
2 image fires, 8
Good.
immolators,
All right,
3
so we're on
exorcists,
shooting.
a Judith,
So all of them
and
but
Celestine,
these
2
two
Karenesses, and a Geminata
So let's go
Superior.
ahead and start with the
Man,
wounded
I'm
one.
probably brutalizing those
Most
names.
wounded one. Shooting on 6s into the impulsor.
Okay.
You're doing better than Jason would.
Well, when everything's Cullen, it's pretty easy to say names.
So 6s rerolling 1s.
Ugh.
For 4
So in
hits.
his army list, he's led by a Cullen, and he has 4 squads of Cullens. You know.
On 5s, right?
What a devastating army!
1 at -2. This was a 6.
All right, here we go. 4 up and vulnerable because it's got the dome on it.
His chapter
I'm good,
tactics
Harry.
are: we are Cullen.
All right. So for the other one that moved, that does not get rerolls.
All right, these are
on
shoots to the
4s.
impulsors, or the one impulsor.
Take 1 missed.
Also,
We got 3 at
I've been,
-2.
you know,
Three
seen a lot of
minus
folks play
2
around with impulsors
on
lately,
the same
and
dude.
Yep.
I think every Space Marine army needs
There we go.
a few of them.
4 ups.
They are pretty sweet.
What do they do
At
for
least
you?
one.
I'm taking 2 there.
They just don't die, and they're annoying, and they have fly, and
Alright.
they just fly around and
back
know,
when that's
touch
hitting
stuff
full
and
ballistic
kinda piss
skill
you
on
off, really.
ones.
It's kind of like Jason Scott's game, Scott Thompson's game, where he used it to block off a section where he forced his opponent. They're like, if you want to get in through this angle, you're gonna have to.
Okay.
And they are you put your thunder hammers
Shoot
into them.
this one up front.
yeah, and the -2 to charge on them is really
4s.
really sweet too. We saw that come into play in Bam's game. Charging into them, into an impulsor across the ruins, and you're at -4 all of a sudden.
The crater. Yeah, you're -4 to charge.
You got,
Yeah,
two
like that's
minus.
it's a big deal.
2 minus 2. Here we go. 4
They're basically like Space Marine wave serpents is
Good.
what they are.
All right.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
7
and wave serpents were so annoying. Ugh.
I need to kill something.
Yeah, imagine if
so
wave
let's-
serpents had a 4-up
Exorcist
invulnerable
sitting
save
on
on
fours
top of all
with
the other nonsense they
Okay.
have.
That'd be
They
so
used
great.
to. It's called the shield serpent
Serpent Shield. Yeah.
or serpent shield. Yeah, that was
Yeah, well now
dumb.
they're just -1 damage, but like imagine if they were 4-up invulnerable on top of that.
4s rerolling 1s.
Remember how broken it was to have Wave Serpent -1 damage, and then GW that and went put that on a Leviathan and make it unkillable. People will love this.
Yeah.
Those 2 hits, right?
Sorry, yeah, 2 hits. Yep. And then 3.
And then Sigler went through and destroyed everyone at that. at a
2 CP.
He did it at like every tournament he's been to. I mean, like
1
they were all running the exact same list, all the Brohammer guys.
goes through.
I heard there was a little rumor at the LVO that be about putting
let's
Sigler's
go ahead
list
and-
up on stream against certain armies. because it was so brutally
I can
one-sided.
neither confirm nor deny
All right, down three.
that rumor, but I do know that they maybe requested not to have certain lists on stream.
I don't know anything about that. I wasn't part of any of those discussions, but I do know that John Lennon played against Manny Chima, and
3 wounds left.
Manny was doing the Imperial Fist, basically antithesis to that list,
That's terrible.
and he was just in shock that how much damage it could tank.
Yeah.
He couldn't. He like literally like.
3 hits.
John, at one point he was asking everyone around the table, like other like spectators, the judges, everybody, and like he just couldn't process it.
All right.
Oh, it had to be explained to me 3 or 4 times. And I've been playing this game for 20 years. I was like, hold on a second. How is he doing this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is that your daughter?
Yeah, she's bouncing on a ball over there.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. This is what we do.
That makes sense. Well, there goes one of the impulsor.
It's like that. It's like that famous joke that was from LVO. Oh, there's 200 Leviathans at all the lists, and only 13 of them are actually from original. It's like
those chaplain dreads.
And we did pull quite a few models like Thunderfire cannons and Leviathan dreads. We pulled quite a few.
All right, let's see what I can do here.
But on the other hand, they were very lenient with like if you ask. Yeah, if you asked permission, like if you got your thing approved, you probably got whatever janky conversion you wanted approved.
Within reason.
I mean, if you had wings on your dreadnought, then they were like, it's a chaplain dread, it's fine.
So actually I had one guy ask me, hey, can I use the Librarian Dread, the Blood Angels Librarian Dread as a chaplain dread, like just as is? And I said, no, you have to convert it. I mean, by default. So, and it looks like it's JT's turn. Moving on to objective 6. Nope, excuse me. Yes, it is JT.
Okay. If I gotta admit it, this is how I said he was gonna wait till late game, get everything out in the center, and do the push. He thinned enough stuff out. He's feeling comfortable. Either deal his maximum amount of damage and then be able to withstand what's left, and then take over the center.
Did he lose a Contemptor Dread to the Exorcist?
He lost his.
I don't think so. I thought I saw it on the board still.
Yeah,
nope, it's still there.
Yeah, he lost just the vehicle, just the transport.
Wow, that's rough.
That's not good.
Looks like he's getting confident though. I think he's now pretty sure he can push and stand.
He's feeling frisky.
Of course, Saint Celestine's still there. The unspoken VIP of this game.
Yeah, so is she gonna like actually charge something, or is she just gonna
it seems like
wave at everybody?
Everything.
At this point, I don't want her to see it in action, but just to say I've seen it. I've seen a game where she lived.
Pick these up.
Survived.
Move them 4 inches this way.
I think that would be one from
Thank you.
the record books.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we see the aggressor, or excuse me, the Devastator Centurions move on up.
Heavy Bolter Centurions.
All right.
I mean, they're still the same thing. Okay, and then it looks like Celestine is going to try to charge into this I'm
actually going to advance that squad.
infiltrator squad up at the top.
I just got back. I need to advance that squad.
I'm assuming those are 2 inches or within 3 inches of objective.
Yes.
4,
So he's just been sitting there locking that point.
the whole damn squad
Yep.
this time. Can you, Wes? Can you get
Well,
in there? In that
he's
bottom
contesting all the objectives. He has no power.
in that area?
Objective
Probably on the
1
wall.
or 3?
We're close to. Yeah, we're on the wall. I'm good with being on the wall there. Okay. Shooting. I'm gonna throw a crack grenade and fire 4 pistols. Is these guys? They're bolter guys. So I'm gonna fire 4 bolters into there. So grenade first. We'll hit. Wounded on 5s. That's not a wound. All right. Bolter's coming. Looks like 2 wounds. Chaplain will fire his pistol. It's. You still need a 5. That's a hit. I have never used the Apprentice Chaplain's pistol, so I think it's the -1 or -2 with Assault Doctrine. One moment.
Somebody just died right there.
He's trying to shoot the chaplain.
It is -2, 1 damage.
That's probably the most important weapon
We good?
that he's got.
Obviously you don't start with the last cannons. You save those to see what survives the chaplain
Hello?
down.
I don't know why he didn't throw a crack
Yeah, you're
grenade, to
good.
be honest.
Yep. It's
Okay, sorry.
That's an option.
He did throw a
So-
crack grenade, and I think it did a couple wounds already.
All right, so what I'm
Oh,
going to
but
do now is
with the
I'm
chaplain
going
dread or the
man, this
the
is
primary
is prime
chaplain. You're
department.
I'm
correct.
going to
Yeah.
fire. Ooh, go back to where I had you.
Actually, yeah, isn't his
button.
Absolver bolt pistol like damage 2 or something?
Is that a question or a statement?
I'm going to fire my
It's
Stormbolter
a little
here.
of both.
My last cannon too.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
So
I think it does have a special weapon. I don't know. I think you always still throw the crack grenade. I mean, you always want to
This is Stormbolter?
Yeah, it's strength 6, man.
Yeah.
Stormbolter.
hit on 2s. Just always go for this. Always go for the crack grenade.
1 wound, 1 normal wound.
Take it. That was on my.
That guy there.
Yep, feeling no pain. Okay, still take it. 7.
2 last cannons hitting on 3s. That's a cock die. Huh? Is that cock? No.
No, they both hit.
All right,
2
it's
last
just my
cannons
angle.
hitting on 3s. Here we
2
go.
hits, wounded on 3s. Rerolling that 1. 2 wounds.
Okay.
AP -3.
6s.
Oof.
1 goes through.
All right. Need a big roll here.
Hey, made 1.
Go!
6.
Big roll. Kills it.
Does it explode? Nope.
Oh!
So close.
No, he kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 6 damage.
All right.
That's
Boom.
nuts.
So what I'm going to do now is
Wow.
this Centurion squad is going to fire everything at that immobulator. So it'll be 18 heavy bolter shots first. Hey, I need to just run.
Here we
and
go. The bolters.
Turn my hot water heater on. Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, you're good.
Apparently, JT has to do some home maintenance.
Judge, if you isn't back
Real
in 30
quick.
seconds, I want him to have a yellow card.
That lawn is not going to mow itself.
Love that.
No.
Screw it. Let's give it to
So-
him now.
Let's give him
So
2
for so if you guys seeing this is a first ever on the stream, JT is receiving a yellow card for turning on his water heater.
You had one made.
We had one made, yellow and red card.
I have to
JT.
once again comment on the professional Marshall's conference that they did officially make yellow and red card.
Yep, congratulations, JT.
All right. Did you miss me?
That was totally less than 30 seconds.
I just had to run out. Man, this hot water heater's pissing me off. The relief valve stuck
Jason,
up
is there an
inside.
award for getting the first yellow
I'm
card?
either got to replace it myself,
There is
or
now.
hire someone to do it, and,
He'll get a yellow card in real life now.
I'm tired of screwing with it. So how many dice am I holding right here? This is 18, right?
Yep.
All right, let's see
so
these
heavy bolters
shots
incoming. Hitting on 3s.
into the immolator.
I mean, that's a lot of strength 5, neg 1s. I think the immolator has 1 wound left.
I think it has
so got a
6.
that one.
Yeah, it has 1.
That one right there needs to be re-rolled. Yeah. Did you
I think this should
did you pull these? These are the ones I missed for re-rolls, Wes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
In the words of the great Han Solo, never tell me the odds.
Angle.
When I see that many hits, I'm gonna tell you the odds.
Strange. All right, so that one's gone. That one's gone. All right. Cool.
I'm just still over here just on that
some fives here,
exorcist,
guys.
man.
Sure.
I mean, it's interesting.
Now reloading some ones.
Still, JT still has 1 exorcist to target left. It has 7 wounds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 at neg 1.
Yeah, but he's not shooting those heavy bolters at it, is he? He's
No,
shooting
he
at the
is.
immolator.
Yeah, the immolator. Immolator's taking it.
Feel no pain?
Yeah. I'm like, he can't shoot the exorcist. That's not 36 inches away.
Yeah, that's a little
All
too
right,
long.
so this is 48.
Oh, we were wrong, Cullen.
We're gonna do this
First
twice.
time Cullen was wrong.
What was I wrong
Immolator
about?
had 7 wounds, not 6.
Okay.
I don't want to.
First of all, on my screen, it's blurry when it's zoomed out that far.
Yeah, Jason's doing a crappy job of keeping us abreast of the action here.
Yeah.
I
Listen,
apologize.
I'm only as good as the tools that I'm provided. Okay.
You don't. Yeah, Cullen's your your cleanup hitter, man. You don't hand him a crappy bat.
Yeah.
Looking for 5s here.
You bring me in when you want a home run. Be honest.
Rerolling 1.
That's fair.
Golly, man, that's... All right.
But in my defense, he did do 1 wound with the heavy bolters to the immolator. So if it was at 1, he would have caught. He still would have got it.
So I take 1, 2.
I just like. I'm still like perplexed on like why heavy bolter centurions. Like
No pains.
I'm just not seeing it.
I have no reason. I don't get the reason. At least put grav amps or something. You need to have some kind of reach out.
Or like las cannons, or like just don't take them in Black Templars, like something.
Yeah.
Grab all of them, and that'll. You said 48, correct?
I mean, I actually
Right.
think the assault
Yeah, I spawned
assault
8
centurions with their hurricane bolters do more damage.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you're going to
Over,
do with
right?
them is like shoot bolter shots,
You
then
did
yeah,
20
they
the
might as
first
well
time.
just be.
Okay.
Especially because you can't be in Devastator Doctrine for only 1 turn now. So
Yeah, you might as well just take assault ones, and then at least you'll have thunder or a power fist to get you in the.
Got it. Rolling those 2.
Yeah,
You'll have.
Thank you.
in this case, man, like 4 assault centurions would be just like having a field day with all those immolators.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. I think that's another question to ask at the end of this game. We should probably make sure you have some notes.
Seems like there's more and more and more.
Why
Question
sell it?
1: Why?
sell
Why?
it?
Go ahead.
Why Celestine in this list? Is her leadership bubble really worth 160 points?
But what are you going to say if he tells you, like, absolutely yes, you plebe?
I mean, I've been called worse, and I would have been like, fair enough. You won this game. Touche, sir. I would have thrown her out to Wolves turn 1.
Good night. All right. Let's see.
Actually, in terms of the
I would
new
like
meta,
to think
man,
we
like
should do it.
I've been thinking about taking Sisters as a detachment for my knights.
They're surprisingly cheap. I mean, you could get Celestine and then 3 Battle Sister Squad. Or you could, I mean,
As of
you can
now,
get an
it's
easy but
playing me,
cheap
right?
battalion.
Yep.
All right.
You know, Celestine's still good. She still dies, still gets resurrected, still goes somewhere else in the book, kills some more stuff.
Don't make any.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
with-
All right.
she's really good.
So it's
People are
just
going to have
Black
to ask
Templars,
themselves,
ignore mortal wounds on a
do I
5-up.
running
Yeah.
Space Marines is primary?
So I'm
Do I
not going
take
to
guard,
this turn.
Sisters,
I
or
will.
do I take Advec? I think you have 3 viable options.
I'm fine with blowing up.
Yeah, the AdMech with their new Scorpius disintegrator tanks, man, are they're tough to ignore also.
So what I'm going to do now is
It's just the consistent
Contemptor Dreadnought.
36-inch mortars on people's face.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep,
then
and that special damage too, man, that everybody loves.
Armies with a large amount of indirect, I think people do not give enough credit to. I think as the meta does change, indirect fire is huge, because I think we overly compensated towards large line of sight blocking terrain last year, and I think that indirect fire is the way to go get around it.
3 hits.
Yeah, I mean, and in this case, man, like if the Sisters player had 3 Scorpius,
there was 2.
The Marines would just be completely. There'd be like nothing they could do about it. They'd have to run out there and stop those things.
Oh, easily. I mean, what a lot of people don't realize about the Scorpion, you can move without a penalty. The cheap AdMech HQ choices give you the universal reroll 1s. They have 9 strength 4 shots. They have D6 strength 7 shots, and they have 3 D3 indirect fire shots for 100 points. It's
2 hits.
The downside though is in an army like that, you play against Blood Angels or something, and you're like, oh yeah, I don't have anything to screen. Well, GG, that was fun.
I played against Blood Angels with it.
Alrighty, that's
not a big issue.
Nice.
I mean,
so with Knights.
No, well, Knights are a little different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking take 3 Crusader Knights, and then an AdMech battalion and 3 Scorpius, and then you play against Death Company, and you're like, well, GG, that was fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I was saying. Like, I mean, I've been playing Pure Knights for a long time, and they're very they're very tough against like conventional style armies, But there's so many hard counters, and it seems like all the hard counters, of course, are all the meta armies that everybody likes to play. So
Imperial Fists completely changed the Knight meta. I mean, there are matches that you Knight play this. You're not going to have a good time with this.
Yeah, no. Initially, what it was is like in early 8th edition, it was the Inari.
So guess what? The other one's
the Inari just spiked Knights, and there was nothing you could do about it. And then when Inari got toned down, you almost had like you could sort of navigate your way through a GT and do decent, but like New Marines just completely crap all over Knights.
Well, New Marines completely crapped on everything. Right, so that wasn't just a unique Knight. I mean, I played Eldar Harlequins, and New Marines came out with Iron Hand. Just went okay. Well, this is fun. GG. I mean, Imperial or Iron Hands at their pinnacle was far worse than Ynnari or the Castellan ever was.
That's unfortunate.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
People are always like, all my buddies are like, oh, well, Ynnari was broken too, and I'm like, bro, there is a legitimate difference between Ynnari and Iron Hands at their their equal pinnacles.
Well, and I mean the funny thing about that too is like even without
terrible idea.
Iron Hands and the unkillable Centurion or the unkillable Leviathan, I mean like if you play against 3 Land Raider Repulsor Executioners, I mean like you might as well
need an 11.
They'll kill 2 Knights a turn too, like with no
11?
Scott Thompson, one of our better players in our area, he physically and emotionally used me with his Iron Hands flyer list. I mean, it would go first in just eating the Devastator Doctrine, everything. If it went first against you, we're almost guaranteed to lose.
Basically, it's like,
you look at it, you just go, there's nothing I can do outside of rolling to go first.
All right, let's score it.
And as soon as you reach that point in the game is fundamentally. And I think the GW, I love them, but they gotta can't let stuff like that happen because it got fine. You look at all the messages. And there was a lot of hate towards what GW did when they overcompensated. They swung them. The pendulum needs to swing, but not to the point where it just go, oh, I have an 87% chance to win this game before we roll a dice.
He killed 2 Immolators.
That's where you just go, okay, this is...
Okay.
So you killed more.
Right, and there's just so many things, man. They just get they get so many warlord traits, they get so many weapons, they get so many chapter tactics, they get so many stratagems. I mean, like, you know.
I mean, I hate to be a broken record, but I try to explain this. We'll try to defend Space Marines. I go, you have to look at what Iron Hands were at their peak. They had the best thing of Tau, of the Overwatch of Fives. They had the, you know, Uthway 6-up Feel No Pain. They had the Samwan where they could move without their vehicles without penalty. They had, they could shut down they could shut down psychic powers on a up. Like, there were so many tools that you could, and it's kind of like my argument with Black Templar. Like, you could run your Ultramarines, but they're using Iron Hands rules because they're just fundamentally better than anything the Ultramarine Codex had.
To the actual chaplain.
You know, there was just the pendulums too far.
What does that one do?
And you know, it took GW 6 months.
Okay.
And then,
yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, the actual, like, I mean, Space Marines got a huge damage boost just in general.
You know what?
Like, without going straight to, you know, Iron Hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I played a buddy. He was playing Ultramarines, and I was playing Dark Eldar, plus regular Eldar, and I was playing Aleatok, Wave Serpents, and you know, Blackheart Venoms, and I was doing like Venom spam kind of. And in, you know, pre-Space Marine Codex, you know, they'd have a hard time shooting down Venoms, and then the guys inside jump out and get a cover save and feel no pain, right? Well, Tactical Doctrine turned on, and the Ultramarines all just stood still and double tapped me, and like all my Venoms and all my infantry died in one shooting phase.
Well, you know, you bring up a really interesting, because that's, since day one, I've been expressing my frustration with the Space Marine Codex. It wasn't the copious amounts of rules they got; it was the doctrines. I thought the doctrines is just a universal rule that just pushed them over the edge. I think people underestimated what an additional -1 modifier to armor do to Xeno arms. I mean, when you were looking at the amount of volume Space Marine got for rules, whether it be to hit, as an Eldar player, I just went, all attack does not matter anymore. The Space Marines are going to hit me. That even a -2 or -3 makes no difference. Where the real power came with the Master of Artisans being able to give me a cover save, because I'm already assuming the Space Marines are going to hit me in the wound. So what can I do for my saves to try to mitigate them? But that's not a way to play the game. Like, you're trying to put a Band-Aid in a waterfall. Like, it's right. It makes no difference at that point. And I know a lot of Xenos players went, okay, cool. Like,
and when
like Space Marines came out and you look
.2 that they had on the boot, it's going to make a difference. Actually,
like, they went from being, you know, at least top 10 in most teams
a 7
to what happened to them after Space Marines Codex.
Yeah, they're just gone. They're
just gone. Like,
oh yeah, I watched another local Gene Stealer Call player that, you know, was really good and did well and like knows the game really well, and he played against a Space Marine player with 3 you know, Repulsor Executioners. They played, you know, they were playing ITC style, practicing for, you know, whatever tournament, and the Repulsors just sat on top of buildings and shot everything, and it's like, well, that was really dumb.
Yep. I think there was a picture taken at your tournament about that, wasn't it?
If it fits, it sits.
Yeah, that was definitely created.
Yeah, that,
right
I mean,
sorry,
not going to dime anybody out, but
You're good, buddy.
you know, I'm glad that you know, SoCal and LVO addressed that a little bit. But I mean, you know, it's still, again, that's a Band-Aid on the, like, you know, on the issue is that Space Marines just have really, really good units right now that are really strong.
And I don't know what the hell's going on.
Let's go ahead and
here, but I mean, I think that even with the Psychic Awakening books, it's not enough. It's not enough if you want to have a natural balance among everything. And like, GW has a hard job. Like, I don't think any one of us can disagree that trying to balancing 27 armies is easy and still give them unique flair. But I think until we get to the we're able to wipe the slate clean, i.e. 9th edition, I think Space Marines are going to be the force. I think they're just going to destroy other Xeno armies and then continue to have a higher statistical chance of winning.
This emulator back here behind the wall.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because I kind of thought that the meta was sort of like right before the Marine Codex came out, right after Chaos Knights. I thought the meta was getting pretty solid.
I did too.
You know?
I thought it was really good, and I knew Space Marine. They were getting
able to because
them
these
on
are
bad.
taller than the hill.
Oh yeah, Space Marines were terrible.
Or taller
You
than
know.
the crates.
I think the
Right,
Space
so
Marine
if you look at
Codex
the
was
top of the
was a
layer,
breath of
they're taller
fresh
than
air
skins.
for them, and then as soon as that Space Marine Codex came out, there were supplements, and then the supplement, and then the supplements led to the Second
Okay.
Awakening, which led to
I
more
mean,
traditional
that's just
rules, and then
way
you're
of
like,
thinking
okay,
about it.
there's a lot happening.
you're
As a
good,
Space
brother.
Marine
Okay.
player, you have like 5
No,
codexes. you
you're
have to
good.
do.
I
Okay.
can see those two dudes right there.
Cool.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
agree.
oh, yeah.
It's definitely time to start a digital rule set for GW.
And then we'll
I would buy a subscription service.
I see your
Absolutely.
white
Yeah.
shoulder pads.
I mean, they have to, because at this point, because as soon as they're releasing
Hey, Wes,
PDFs on their digital sales on Black Library, where they know people are gonna Napster that shit. I mean, let's be honest. Like as soon as
Sweet.
someone's gonna buy the new PDF, and then it's gonna end up on BitTorrents. I mean, so they might as well control the narrative.
Well, let's take a look at this game real quick.
Oh, are they still playing?
They wow, shots fired. So it is Sean's turn right now.
It's actually a brutal game. It's
It
just,
really is. And
it's
let's
just
take a look at the
slow-paced.
score real quick.
Go ahead.
Wow,
I mean,
JT
no,
is
can do a
still
little bit.
down 2 points.
I think it's a great game. As a matter of fact, I'm just still like, just like you are, Colin. I'm just stunned what Celestine's doing. That's all.
You know what's very interesting though? You look at the Butcher's Bill. He's only got 1. You're going on to turn 5, and you only got 1 point for Butcher's Bill, which means he can only get max, which is you look at the other side. Ground Control still, but it's been a low kill game. I mean, both of them have been fighting over kill more, kills more. Have we done equal?
Okay.
You know, this is a low scoring game for going on to turn 5.
Yep.
That's not
Yeah, and that might be why he's not.
Is this like a heavy flamer?
Maybe that might be why he's being a little bit ginger with Celestine, is he doesn't want to give up a kill more or Butcher's Bill when he knows he's just going to scoop an Exorcist as well.
She comes back. I mean, you look at the game we
I was gonna say, isn't it 2 of them?
with and Chaos. I mean, the Chaos player had 19 points by the end of turn 2.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, on JT's side, I mean, I think it probably was a mistake to cede so much board control
10 wounds.
until the late game.
Yep.
But
Or 9.
on the other hand, I think that, you know, perhaps Sean might be being a little too ginger, but we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You know.
Well, let's take a look at the players. Listen to the players real quick. This is Sean's shooting phase.
That's 3 dead scouts. And that's 6 more. That's a bunch of dead scouts. Okay, good talk.
We'll go ahead and start shooting immolators. Actually, I guess he's chaplain. Can this immolator in the back shoot the chaplain in the ruins?
Simulator in the back.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a character. Oh, I can't see him, right?
Yeah, you just can't see
Okay.
him.
Yeah, cool. So I guess he's hanging out. Well, let's go ahead and shoot this immolator that's hitting on 5s because I didn't move into the chaplain. It is 5s, right? I wonder if I'm cheating myself here.
You're at your second tier, so it should be 5s. You start at 3s, right?
Yeah, start at 3s. No, actually 1 to 2 is my 3rd tier, so I'm hitting on 4s right now still. So these are on 4s, rerolling 1s. Four hits. Wounding you on, I'm guessing 4s.
Did he move his Exorcist like out of line of sight?
3 at -1.
He did.
Yeah, he did. No reason to cough it up.
Well, I mean,
we'll take one.
JT's already maxed out Big Game Hunter, so it doesn't really. All it does is add for a kill.
He's good.
Yeah, but he needs to try to. I mean, like he's going to lose an immolator instead. I mean, you got to try to kill that dreadnought
as well. Actually,
that's a good point.
John, remember too, your chaplain's in cover.
Oh, poopy crayons. Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't have any wounds off on it.
Sure
Maybe he thinks the 4 immolators will be able to take it.
It has 1 wound left.
Oh,
well, there you go. That might be
or 2. Sorry.
Never mind. I think we already answered that question.
I meant the dreadnought.
I should be 3 ups.
The dreadnought appears to be unwounded.
3 ups. Yeah, that's right. Because it's -1 because it's heavy bolter.
Yep. All right. That's all I got there. Charges. Right. That's all I'm shooting. Yep. So charges. Let's go ahead and start with Celestine into the infiltrators.
Okay.
I need a 8-inch charge, I think.
Is everybody still painting? I've got about 4 intercessors almost done.
Yeah, 8.
8. Okay.
You've painted that much while watching that? Seems like you're slacking on one.
Well, I mean,
7.
I'm only going for tabletop. I'm
2.
slapping their base colors on, and I'm going to do a wash and call it done.
That's the way to do it.
I guess I'm going to.
And I'm trying a new color scheme. I'm painting them silver, so.
Ooh.
This is my turn again.
Slather the whole model with
one.
lead belcher and call it a day.
One hold.
Push comes to shove. You going to run them as Grey Knights?
And got my Max Engineers now.
I actually have a Grey Knight army already painted, so.
I think everyone has a Grey Knight army that's painted.
Turn 5.
Yeah, it's like that, and the only other easy army to paint that I don't have is Necrons.
Are so resilient, it's ridiculous.
I need to fix that.
Okay, I think we're getting ready to move on to JT's.
Yep, it is about to be JT's turn.
Can you guys hear me?
Where's Celestine?
Snacking.
Did he score a kill at all?
Yeah, it's not bothersome.
Celestine by objective 5.
my bad.
Keep snacking. No, keep snacking.
Oh, she's gonna get a kill turn 6. She's getting her first blood on turn 6.
Here we go. We got the Devastator Centurions finding a juicy target. Who do you think they're going to target? Immolators?
A wounded vehicle.
I mean, like maybe they should be like, I don't know, trying to get an objective. He's only got 2 more turns. He's not going to table him. Well, maybe he will.
So I can go
No.
to the top.
No, he's got too much stuff behind line of sight.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to kill Celestine.
No. I mean, he needs to move his stuff out, but he's going to get that penalty. You know.
All right, Wes, need a little help here.
If he was Iron Hands in Devastator Doctrine, he could move without a penalty.
Please take them 6 inches out towards objective number 6 here.
That's true.
Or 6 inches, yeah. Up to
Oh, there we go. He's moving.
Yeah, well, how far can I get? All right, go there. Yeah, that's perfect.
Surprised you don't see those Tech Marines coming on out. And Thunderfire guns.
Yeah, they also the Tech Marines have like a plasma gun, a flamer, and a power axe and a power fist.
And
Two up save, 4 wounds.
Dice. I forgot to do that.
Oh yeah, I
killed your guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's so silly, man. Like the Tech Marine or the Thunderfire cannon is only 20 points more than the Tech
want to move
Marine.
there? I mean, you can move there. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I'm over
okay.
choking to death on a
Oh.
on a doggone potato chip.
Wow, we've had a lot of people viewing
Much
in this
gooder.
today. That's pretty awesome.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. This guy's only got 3 wounds. He's got 6 left.
They can tell quality
here.
when they see it.
Yeah.
The rambling of us.
The only difference between yesterday and today is we had Cullen and Doug on stream, so maybe we'll have to have both of you on at the same time again.
Or maybe it's just me. Well, one or the other.
Accurate.
If Cullen is definitely modest. That is one of his characters.
Do we just become best friends? Should we stack our beds so we can have room for activities?
I think we became best friends, man.
What are they doing in there? I don't even know what they do.
You know, okay, this might be where we're not best friends.
Oh, it's turn 5.
I feel like Talladega Nights is funnier than Step Brothers.
Okay.
I agree. Step Brothers is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. But let's be honest, Talladega's the way.
Oh my god, I love that movie. Oh my god.
What I'm a big fan of, Other Guys, I think is one of Will Ferrell's best.
That's one with him and Mark Wahlberg, right?
Correct. Where they're the police officers.
Yes. Oh god, this is so good.
The sound of your piss hit the urinal sounds feminine to me. Which, by the way, is still one of the best insults you ever throw at someone.
That's like
So
you can't come back from that.
no. And his rant about like you're a shark, but
so
I'm
somehow,
tuna, or tuna is smarter than shark.
The chest.
Yeah.
Tuna will work together to kill the shark.
You don't have the measuring thingy yet.
I don't.
Actually, I don't know. My
Yeah,
favorite is
6,
just the beginning of that
7
movie
from
where like
right
the
now.
other
There.
cops, the like super good ones,
So I think
they just
yeah,
jump off
right
that
on there.
building.
Samuel Jackson and Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get that?
They're like,
Oh,
whatever,
chat
we'll
thing
survive.
There it is. Boom. Thank you.
Okay, so it looks like
Well,
he's pushing
hey,
out.
D for
towards the center.
Dan. What's up, man? Happy to have you guys joining. Please follow our channel. We're at 690 followers. We're trying to reach 700 in this stream. If you don't know what's going on, this is Quarantine Hammer. It is a 16-man single elimination tournament hosted by the Lord Marshal Conference. And for information on player lists as well as their profiles, you can visit lordmarshal.org and click on Quarantine Hammer. Pretty awesome. So this is turn 5, final game of the Sweet 16 round. We have Cullen and Doug shoutcasting,
All right, buddy.
and you probably already heard them already. So they're doing a pretty good job so far.
Some shoot.
We're not just
Are-
shoutcasting, we're
are those-
entertaining.
Are those
We're
Gemini,
rambling.
whatever?
Let's be honest. We're like the
Right
people
here,
in the
those
street you try to
characters, dude?
avoid and walk
Our
around.
characters.
At this point, yes, because we all know what's going to happen these next couple turns.
I mean, I think we
All right,
called
so
it
this
early on. I
Dreadnought
think the
is
Space
gonna
Marine
fire
player is
his
going to have to
last
do
cannons here.
Okay.
And
a
his
rush to the
storm
center
bolters.
to get as many points as he can, but I think he should have done last turn. Sisters has to hold and just continue to get small to end up in it's a low scoring game. I think it's going to come down to within a point and a half,
And you,
point to 2
you
points.
up all night or what? Rerolling that?
It's going to be close. We know that for
I
sure.
work late. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
So that's a miss. Wounded on.
Yeah,
field.
I don't see if he has a way to
Once.
get hold more this turn.
Yeah,
Talking about
once.
JT.
Back into a 2. Here we go with BS.
I'm back.
You ever notice that there's a time in the game that everything just goes to poo right
Yeah,
off the
I mean,
freaking
he
bat?
could
And
Yeah,
it
take
always,
right, what
it
is-
always
He has 5. He has 4.
sucks.
Oh, that's right. He
Always
does
when you
have
need it to go
5.
well.
Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
So they're gonna.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
Sean
one
has
wound on
1,
that,
3, 2,
that
and
tank.
6.
No way.
So
well,
he at least
he
have to.
could take 6. He could take 6.
Right, that would take him to a push. I'm just saying he
Okay,
needs to
good.
keep Sean from getting hold more this turn.
Take it.
Correct.
Down
And
to
I think
2.
that he
Yeah,
could hit
boy.
2.
right, so here's
but
what I'm gonna
he's
do
gonna
now.
move he's gonna have to get Thunderfire into. I think it's still gonna be too tough. He still has
Yeah,
too many
here's what
more.
we're gonna do now.
So
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna be able to
fire
get
this
two,
guy here. Everything
two.
at this tank right there. So 4
Everything
last
in
cannons hit.
the, in the
And-
2 wound tank or the full wound tank?
That
This
guy
one?
right
Okay.
there.
But he needs to get that butcher's bill too.
So hitting on 4 or hitting on
Yeah,
3s. Oh,
Getting your second Butcher's
I
Bill
grabbed
turn
that
5.
tank
I know.
somehow.
Not
It's
great.
alright.
That's a
Not
pro strategy right there. As a matter of fact,
Please don't tell people that. Don't tell people that.
Reroll 1s. So
I'm
it's
sure if
2
you-
wins next
Butcher's
I'm
turn.
sure.
Bill.
Sixes.
I'm sure if you go to one of the like pro 40K
I'll go through.
coaching services, they'll that's what they'll tell you for $50 a month.
Butcher's Bill is a
Is
phenomenal
11.
secondary if you know you can kill 2 things a turn. It actually made sense. I don't know if he split his shots too much because we did see that turn 2 and turn 3 where he was just kind of
Yep. Okay.
water gunning all of his different tanks. I'm not sure why. But if he could have easily and consistently killed 2 things a turn, he'd have 3 more points in the board right now. He'd be in the lead.
Save 3, so it should be 8 wounds on me. So
yeah, he'd be comfortably in the lead.
Okay.
You know,
So
make sure you don't do what I do, which is split attacks. I get yelled at for it, but it works. I had the shoutcasters massively insulting me while I was playing my game.
It wasn't insulting. It's just a difference of opinion. In all fairness,
I don't know why he's doing that.
Dutz, hey, Dr. Dutz, we did see some immolators get destroyed. Unfortunately, not explode. Miracle dice are pretty awesome. So, yeah, D for Dan. Let me rotate the camera over.
-1 base, but because I'm within 6.
Yeah, do your job, Jason.
I know.
Okay.
He's had the best day ever. He's had us be able to job for.
Nice.
Let me tell you, you know what? From Jason's perspective, though, it is tough to
they can do
call the shots and move the camera around by yourself.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. It is
The other one that no one uses.
Yeah, the other one that no one uses.
There is a lot of actual behind the scenes movie magic.
Reroll Deny the Witch.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
Oh,
So these
yes,
centurions right here, fire
Dusseldorf.
both their
Yes, you
preloads
are
and then
right.
this guy
I
with the
apologize.
Okay.
2 or 3 wounds left, and then this guy.
You're right. You cannot use miracle dice for vehicle explosions.
So it'll
he
be,
did do the miracle dice of
12
6
heavy
and save
bolter
1.
and 24.
Yes, that is correct. For a save, but not an explosion.
Excuse my yawning, sorry.
You're good.
You know what you can use on an explosion is that just handy CP reroll.
All right, heavy bolters going first
Miracle dice are
to
free,
to the guy in the middle of the board.
How many heavy bolter shots?
That's true.
12.
12.
Yeah.
3, 9. Yeah, that's 12. Reroll him. And though these guys are
so I'm in
wounding
an
you
awkward
on 4s this
stage
time
of painting
because
right
did
now
give
where
him
I-
the
You got
he did
+1
go.
wound?
you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
did my first
Rerolling once.
light coat of lead belcher all over a space marine, and it's still kind of wet, but I kind of want to paint his details, but
Oh,
I can't really without messing it up, you know.
See, I thought you were going to go to a
That is
completely
5 at
different
neg
place
1.
with that you were painting naked and the doorbell just rang. That's where I thought your awkward
It's like
place
I'm dead.
was.
Oh well, I mean,
I got my feeling.
I don't really think of that as awkward, so that
Yeah.
might have been where your disconnect was there.
That poor pizza delivery man.
Does he blow up?
He's earning his $2 tip.
Am I okay with that explosion? I don't.
They
think
definitely
so.
have a
Some
star by my
values
name
are
when I call
CP
in.
here.
This no contact delivery has been extra clutch for my local pizza delivery guy.
Place the pizza down and walk away.
There, it's hitting everything over here. Okay, so for the canoness in the back, it's going to take 3. Feel no pains for her.
What are we looking at on time there, Jason?
She'll make.
The time is not being tracked very well as far as the chess clock. We've been streaming for about
Take 3.
3 hours, so
It will take 3.
So that's one of the things.
And magic fire will
like,
take.
If I had to give my biggest negative about 40K right now. So first, 8th edition negative is terrain. I feel like terrain just is crappy right now. But man, for competitive gaming, if there was a way we could get away from 3-hour rounds
Or take 2.
and still be able to play full games, man, that would be what I want
5
to
wounds
do.
or 4?
If I could chime in, Jason, I think the biggest issue I've seen
5.
what we've used in this format has been
And then the
this
magic
terrain
fire's got
directly
4,
right
right?
here.
Correct.
Because it rewards slow playing
All
and it
good then.
rewards hype. Every game I've seen is
All right.
terrain pieces have just
And the,
dragged things out.
Hurricane
The Orc game yesterday didn't have this terrain, but still had 2 large center pieces.
Mhm.
I thought flowed very good to turn 6. This game
Oh,
has
Yeah, Colin, I'm talking about in general, not
coming
just
first?
for tabletop
Mhm.
simulator.
oh, gotcha. Yeah, train rules, obviously.
And yeah, because there aren't any basically, you know.
Correct.
And just the fact that games take 3 hours, man. I mean, if we could somehow fix the rules in some way that the game could take 2 hours and we could play you know, oh man, like venues, getting venues and stuff would be a lot easier. It would,
There are no ones.
I think you can do this game in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, especially now that it's full army deployment and not alternating.
More wounds.
Alternating, getting rid of that has saved 20 minutes each game. I mean, there's. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to start a fight, but I honestly believe you should be able to finish a 6-round game in 2.5 hours.
All right.
They're now using the tabletop simulator is a different animal because the dice roll is a bit slower.
20 dice on
Model
table
is a bit slower, but you could do this hobby in 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
yeah, no, as an event organizer, man, I would love to be able to like have 90+% of my games finish in 2 hours per round. That would be amazing.
Have you seen it getting better since the new beta rules for ITC? I guess the corona hit directly after they did.
Yeah, no, I don't, but I mean, it just seems like anytime you ask players, though, everybody's asking for more time.
4s, rerolling 1s.
Do they really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all the exit polls. Everybody just wants, like, everyone wants effing 4-hour rounds, you know.
Ugh.
I don't think people understand what the brutality of the LVO when
Is that a 1 right there? Or is that a 3?
It's a 1. Like, I mean, there's stuff that's going to happen that's going to add time. You start adding that much time where you're sitting. When we sat in that lobby for what, 12 hours? Longer?
It was a long
13
day.
hours? Yeah.
That many.
Especially when a lot of people had like family members there and they were expecting 5. I mean, it's.
But I mean, but imagine, you know, imagine if like I could say, hey, the tournament starts at 10 and we're done at 5.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, or that's another thing, and this might just be like my local thing, but like a 3-round RTT, man, like none of the game store, like for big events, you know, for GTs and stuff, we open the doors at 8:30 and start rolling dice at like 9:30, but like all the local gaming stores don't want to open until 11. So a 3-round RTT takes until 7:30 at the earliest.
You know, and such a unique thing West is there are a lot of players that commute and travel. So like us Outlanders, we go to KC, we go to Des Moines, we go, you know, Wichita, we go down to Barnesville. You know, we travel for this. So when games start dragging, you know, for 3.5 hour rounds, or you know, someone says, "I'm on my final bit of my turn, Judge."
He's going to shoot
and then it turns into another
Famous
15 minutes.
Right?
Yeah, I'm on my final round of shooting, and then I got a 6-hour man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all of the above, and
you hit swooning on 3.
You know, I don't know. I just like, man, if games could consistently finish for everybody in
1 wound, please,
2 hour, you know, in 2 hours or whatever, like that would be so awesome.
Take it. Feel no pain.
Import TOs from other parts of the country that don't have a local gaming community, and make sure that they start and finish everything on time. Done.
Man, that's like the biggest challenge in running any RTT is starting and finishing relatively on time. And you know, it's actually cutting out little things. Like, for example, we typically run RTTs. We try to start about 10:30. And from there, we do 2 hours and 45-minute rounds. And the cool thing is we have a 5 to 10 minute break between each round, and I feed my players at the store hot dogs or pizza, because that way it saves an hour of everybody going out, getting their own food, and coming back.
Okay, feel no pain.
Oh, and at Iron Halo this year, that was great. That, and of course, there was nothing with 3-mile radius.
Well, actually, there is something within like a quarter mile, just to kind of down the strip. So,
Bartisville, Oklahoma, is the only place I've ever seen a subway closed on a.
How far is that?
Okay, 14.5.
That's
so
funny.
We're gonna double tap.
But I mean, you did have, there was food there. It was great, and you had the food stand for if you wanted drinks or whatever. I mean, I thought Iron Halo ran off is probably one of the better, you know, GTs that I've ever gone to.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Not that I have issues at any of the GTs. I mean, I thought it was the biggest issue for Bartersville is getting to Bartersville through southern Kansas. I don't know.
Hold on a second. Wait, do you hear that?
So that's 2.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of Jason's head getting bigger right now.
Well, I'm about to rain on his parade, because if you've ever been to southern Kansas, us Outlanders, drive through from Omaha.
I like it.
I have been all over the world. I've never seen it like something.
I mean, because you have to drive on 75, like
depressing.
the entire way. The
Wichita
entire
to
way.
Bartersville was like Deliverance. It literally looked like the movie Deliverance. Like, I don't know if anyone in chat is, but it is truly like, hey man, keep the windows rolled up. We're not stopping.
Meth country. I mean, Kansas is meth country.
Hold on. I'm not
Just keep going, man. Just keep going.
Hey man, God bless this meth,
Yeah,
man. Like,
Thunderfire one's.
Well, I'm just if for you watching right now, people in from Kansas, we're just joking around. I have some good buddies in Kansas, so.
Love Kansas.
McCraw says it really depends on armies. 400 Gretchen armies. Yes, that would be a problem to run. And he says Red Barn starts at 10 a.m. ends about 7:30 for 3 rounds with a 30-minute break. And he apparently, I've also offended this individual because he lived in Kansas twice in Holton and KC.
That's
So-
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Freeze.
I'm not getting offense from McBray. I'm getting like, I think he knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm from Massachusetts, Boston. It's a
Don't you
great
love
part
it
of
when
the
you have
state.
a
Go to
FNC
Western
model
Massachusetts.
with
It is also like the
all it saves.
I'm from Missouri, and it's a well. So the first Iron Halo I went to, we made it a 10-hour trip when it should only be a 5-hour trip.
Same thing.
That's a whole different story, but
Same as the first.
yeah, coming across Missouri, on Highway 44, and then you jump through a bunch of backwoods towns or whatever to get to Bartlesville. It is kind of interesting.
Oh, it looks like we have more than Chapter Valley.
So he definitely, JT was able to knock out another immolator, and I feel like it's just going to be a slow burn to him winning.
That's a lot of work.
I don't know.
JT.
Oh, there goes. What was
Can
that?
he get enough points to win though?
That's
Yeah,
fair.
See, that's what we were discussing with the killing the 2 units a turn. Got 1 turn up to turn 5. That's going to be huge for 3 points.
Now I hold 3. You're still within 3 here.
I think
Yeah,
he's
that-
probably going to get kill more hold last round for round 6. It's going to be interesting. Checking charge ranges.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to charge that Chaplain Dread into that crate. It looks like.
I don't want to do this, but I need to. I'm gonna assault these 2 chicks.
South Carolina.
With,
I've been there.
These
South
I want to
Kakalaki.
pick you up with the intercessors.
I was actually stationed in North Carolina for a little while.
10.
Oh, brag.
No,
Pistols.
at
Nothing.
Marine Corps Air Station New River,
What?
which is next to Camp Lejeune.
Oh,
Not it.
oof.
Because Black Templars are awesome.
Yeah.
That's definitely not it. If I charge a chaplain, I come off the objective,
It's,
which is a terrible idea.
It's one of those towns where the base is larger
They're
than the
gonna get
town.
Swatted by.
I think that's most locations in the South.
Going to turn 6. You know what? That's just the way it's going to have to be. All right, man. Let's score
That's
it.
it.
All right, they're scoring right now. We'll take a
kill
look
more.
at it.
I think
We'll
we
see
hold
if
the same.
JT was able to score a couple more points.
Yeah. We do hold
What
the
we got?
same.
He needs to get like
Going into turn
he needs to be
6.
up by like 6 or he needs to get 6 points right here. I
Wow,
think.
this
Did
he
is
not get a-
nuts,
Yeah, it's been a
guys.
good close game.
He maxed engineers.
Let's
He still did not
see.
get
How
another
do I
butcher
want to
kill.
do this?
I don't even know how that's possible, but
He will probably get last blood. He probably will get line breaker.
Okay, we'll start with
Actually,
this
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get one.
Canoness advancing. Or
He'll get kill more, hold more. So
Yeah, so do
realistically,
your
he'll
murder
end around 25, 26, which means he's got to come up
Or we'll
with.
keep it.
Yeah, that's
All
oof.
right, we're going to do.
Okay, so
Perfect claim on
JT
him.
has to do
go off.
ground control.
Divine protection.
So he has
Will not go
those.
off, that's poop.
He's
No.
going for that. So I think he's going to able to
Yeah.
score 2 to
What's
3
gonna win?
points for that. So we got to remember that.
will not go off. I'm actually
Yeah,
going
he has to get ground control. Old School's going to give him last blood. If he, I'm not sure if he was going to be able to get behind. Probably not going to get Warlord. He needs to kill one, hold one.
So
This is going to be a brutally close game. I mean, this is going to be down to the thing. I mean, ground control.
Give that to
You got to get points on it.
+1 to win.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're both probably going to get last blood. And like I said, not getting Butcher's Bill for this. Jeez, that's.
So
That it?
taking
Good.
a look at the map
Cool.
or the math real quick, we got a little win
So,
percentage
these guys
chart.
will move.
That is Sean win percentage is slowly glowing up as he has a 3-point advantage going into turn 6.
Yep.
Let's do as well.
Who's going to roll to see if the game ends on turn 5?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I mean, they technically, if we are adhering to the 3-hour games, they got 4 minutes.
True.
So this might be where the game ends.
I'm actually really on the edge of my seat right here.
You gonna give the Black Templars a return counterpunch?
Are we doing on time? We've been doing it here.
It's hard to say, man. Like,
This ain't bad.
Yeah, no. you guys
he's
are
got
fine.
to score an objective, but you know, he's got very little firepower left. I don't know that he can do hold. I don't know that he can get kill more and hold more this turn.
What are
This
we gonna
canvas
do
will
if
go
it's a
back on
tie?
Cover. Shows on the bottom floor.
It goes down to kill points at that point.
Okay.
Or not kill points, but points
Kill points, yeah.
destroyed. Sorry. Points destroyed.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought they were going to arm wrestle.
6 feet away from each other.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, I'm so beating you right now.
Maybe Rochambeau, rock, scissors, paper.
This canvas will
Coronavirus
advance
approved?
into the
Agreed.
ruins.
Agreed.
I think I need 7 inches, so I'll just auto advance her 4, give her 10 inches.
Let's tune into this
So
last
she's
turn.
going
I feel like
underneath
it's going to be
here.
pretty important.
Pretty quick too.
Yeah.
It's immolator. So, get over here. That extra inch in there. Hiding from Earth. Alright. You know what I'm trying to do, Wes. Get me there.
Help!
Good enough.
All right.
We're all
yeah,
hidden.
Works for me. Yep, that's what I want. Everybody hiding. All right, and then everybody's hiding there. Happy. All right, cool. I think that's all that. Let's go shooting phase now.
Gonna try to take away, kill more.
Are these cannons within an inch away from the wall?
They should be about an inch away
Is
from
Celestine finally gonna reach
They
out
are
and
an inch away from. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I
Thunderfire,
was up against
touch
the
those
wall,
Thunderfires?
I could be in contact with it, correct?
She is at her most effective turn.
The goal there was to keep them away from the.
Okay.
Hey, Jason,
So
would you
they're
scooch us
not
down
an
so
inch
we
away.
can see
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what
um,
I'm saying. Yeah.
what we're looking at, how far away and everything?
So the Thunderfires are about an inch from the wall.
1922.
Please tell me they're greater than an inch away.
They
Yeah,
are.
it looks like they are.
They are.
Okay. I mean, Celestine's infantry
So
anyway,
let's
it
go
doesn't
ahead
matter,
and
but
start
She's gonna go
shooting
remove that
to
squad, though.
Chaplain.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, so JT's objectives are ground control, right? So Celestine has to if
Fives.
Cullen or God dang it, if Sean
Oh, did it again.
Freudian slip. If Sean is expected to win,
Actually,
I really think he needs to take out this unit here because this is a ground.
see,
That's
I'll
one
auto
ground
wound
control
on a
point.
5.
He has to take out this unit over here.
I wound
And that's it, because that's honestly, that's 3 ground control points if he doesn't.
What's the damage on? Is it D6
And that's a lot,
D6,
especially in a 3-point game right now.
1 command point
Yeah.
left. Do I burn it now?
So I think maybe that's Sean's strategy right now, is to take out ground control
God bless
points.
America. Okay, roll it up.
Damage.
Just deny.
Yeah, just deny.
What's the damage?
6.
Yeah, except that
Six.
Judith's going to give up Slay
is
the
a six.
Warlord. Though.
There we go. That's what we were talking about.
All right. Cool. Makes you feel a little bit better. I guess Chick will go ahead and burninate the intercessors.
Okay.
For 11 shots.
That's nasty.
It's at 11. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 11. These should be on 3s. And then rerolling 1s for herself. Okay. 3 miss, so 8. Or did I roll 1 over on accident? That'd be 9.
Okay.
Man, this is going to be close.
This is going to be very close.
And I guess 3 of them are at -2.
Okay.
Like uncomfortably close.
We'll go that first.
You mean
so these will be on
Jason
4s.
thinking about me all the time? Close?
Yeah, no, like
There's 3 of them. Okay.
just as awkward as that. Yes.
All right, so we'll kill a guy. So that's not the sergeant, is it? Nope. And then these on 3s. This dice right here didn't even. It just spun in the air. Piece of crap. Kills 1 more. No big deal.
Okay. All right. A little more shooting. Let's see.
My bad.
Oh, models are flying across the board.
Celestine will shoot her blade. It's an
Oh
assault
gosh,
D6.
how did those guys die? What happened? Or is he
4.
just like trying to measure their distance or something?
Here she
No,
goes.
I'm pretty sure
Flamer.
he lost quite a few models this turn.
And these are strength 5 -1, so it's 3 wounds at -1.
It looked like he was moving the
Small.
Thunderfire cannon, though. That was the.
On the intercessor or infiltrator.
Or infiltrators, yeah.
Take a wound.
Okay, and then 2 bolt pistols from the Gemini. Hits. 2 wounds.
All right. Any AP?
No AP.
Good.
Awesome.
I
I think I'm on the trigger now. So we're gonna have
Come on, Celestine.
Juna charge the intercessors.
I want one
Okay.
model to be left and make it all be for naught.
She's
throw a crack
160
grenade?
points have done nothing.
I don't know why this dice rolled. It's 4, but that's 6 is the one.
Yeah,
I grabbed.
I'm.
Okay.
So it hits winning on a 5 because you're
I don't know.
2-7, right?
I mean, if he wins, it worked
Correct.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not a 5.
How many attacks does she have? Does she have 5 or 6 attacks?
7.
5.
Oof.
And nothing there.
Okay. I need a what right now?
Like a 4, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, she does have a heavy
Hey, man,
flamer. I
hey,
mean,
you're T4, so that does wound.
But you're also
Junith?
forgetting the point of
Junith is
she's
T4.
supposed to die and then
She's-
Oh my God,
teleport
you're
and
right.
kill
I
more
was looking
shit.
at 7 wounds entire. I'm
Oh,
so
no, I'm
sorry.
That's all right.
I'm just
Oh,
looking at
that
like her
was
versus those
bad
5. Are
mistake.
those intercessors or
That's
just
pretty-
scouts?
So the grenade,
there.
the grenade does.
Yes, the grenade does wound. Sorry
Unaffected
about
5.
that one, man.
No, you're
Those,
fine.
I think those are intercessors. She could, she does flat 2 damage, so
Okay.
she should be able to
So
nice girl.
yeah,
Right, but
4 up.
she's only got 5 attacks, right?
But I think she has
So-
her 2 bodyguard with her.
Yeah, they don't do flat 2 though, right?
So I've been keeping track of things. all game
Great
long
question.
my,
Let me have a little.
handy dandy
See,
laminated score
hitting on
sheet,
twos,
and
wounding
on
threes
my pen is
means
missing.
that one or two guys could
Wow, it's
potentially
about a foot away from
not
the
get wounded at
chair.
all, and he might even make an armor save.
That was just one wound or 2 wounds?
There's a bit.
It's
Or how many
D3
wounds?
wounds.
Okay,
It's
D3 wound. Yep, goes through. So
Okay. 2.
2 out of 5. My batting on that
Yep.
one again, man.
Oh, you're good,
They're
buddy.
the-
You're fine.
All right.
Celestine squad, right?
But now I'm good to charge.
Yeah, the Gemini
Yeah.
Superior or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it.
They got power swords. 3 attack.
Basically, I want to end within 3
so
inches
neg 3.
of the subjective. So like right. Yeah.
Does Celestine get a reroll to hit?
No.
No.
Oh man,
Happy right there.
those
Wes?
guys might
Yep,
still
we got
live.
it.
Does he have any CP left?
Cool. And then
Celestine has 6 attacks, by the
we'll
way.
go have.
Oh, okay, that changes. So she might be able to kill them all, or
Assault the
with 6
infantry.
attacks, they could probably all do it on the charge.
6 attacks, hitting on 2s, 7, neg 3, flat 2. And then she has her 2 little bodyguards, 6 more attacks that could conceivably.
Well, right. But you see what I'm saying, though? Like hitting on 2s
All right.
with no rerolls is either 5 or 6 usually. It could probably pretty much be 5, and then wounding on 3s could be only 3 wounds.
Right here.
You know, yeah. That's interesting.
Oh, hey.
And then
All right.
the,
I want you guys to take a look at this model placement. Well, I guess the hill is... We'll keep them out of line of sight, or keep them out of coherency in combat, so maybe it actually is a good move. Okay, disregard what I was going to say.
I've been doing that for 2 days now.
That accurate.
Oh, you think they could get on the other side and attack?
Yeah.
I guess start with.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they could get on the other side, but it doesn't look
intercessors?
like it would have been even close.
If
That
that
would've
was
been
a
awesome.
ruined
She
wall,
has,
Yeah, I agree.
maybe, but
4 attacks.
All right, here we go.
Any
Celestine's
extra
attacks
attacks,
right here.
like that. Yeah, just 4
show me the
attacks.
dice.
Where's the dice?
She does hit on 2s. Rerolling 1s.
Okay, looks.
Actually, this is Judas.
Okay.
Yeah, she's attacking some other.
3, and then she wounds on 3s. Rerolling.
Oh, does she roll?
1s.
Oh yeah, she rerolls wounds. Yep. So 3.
3 at -1.
3 at -1. And they're
Correct.
2 damage apiece, right?
They are 2 damage
5,
apiece.
neg 1,
Yeah.
flat 2. With
Looking for
ace.
4 here?
Reroll hits of
Cut.
1 and wound rolls of 1.
No, it's a 1.
No.
Oh, poop. All right, so that kills 1 guy. This one looking for 4.
Nope.
Oh my goodness. It kills 2
Wow.
guys. And that's saved. So we kill 2 dudes. Just kill that guy there. How many guys do I have back around here? Just the sergeant.
Are they both dead?
They are both dead.
Okay, cool.
There's one unit here. We got a
Then
primary
I will.
sergeant.
The sergeant survived, though.
Really
Oh, that's
consolidate.
awesome.
Can I?
Oh wow.
Didn't wipe the unit.
And he's not gonna. Yeah. So
Let's
that's
see.
ugh. And aren't Black
Basically, I want
Templars?
to be 3 inches of
fearless
this, and
or
if I can get
something,
into
too?
cover or combat.
Don't they have some morale thing?
That's what I'm looking at.
They used to.
Well, I have a sergeant there that still has this.
They can reroll charges, and
Yeah.
You pulled them out of
Yeah. No.
combat.
And
you
they
can't fight
and they
anymore.
get the
Okay,
5 up
never mind.
against mortal
That's
wounds.
good for me.
So I want to go to 3 inches away, but get into the ruins, if that makes sense. If I can get there.
All right. Show us Celestine.
Happy with that?
Hey, Sean, roll up your next
Yeah,
attack.
you
So
can't.
back in like.
Okay.
And
You can't
Junith
get both.
can't keep that
You
guy
gotta
in
take
combat.
it.
Although it doesn't
okay.
really matter.
I'll take the
No.
objective.
I mean, he might as well go in there and swing anyway.
Hey,
Might
roll
as
up your
well,
next
yeah.
Attack, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Does he have a power fist or something crazy?
Celestine's
That
gonna
would
go
be
ahead and attack.
hilarious.
6 attacks?
Here you go. Celestine's attacks right now.
All right. Show us the dice.
One miss.
So 5 hits, like you
I'll
said.
make she rerolls for herself.
Not enough.
How many wounds?
Okay, and then
He needs all 5 of them. I'm done
it
3s.
should be on 3s on these guys.
Moment of truth. Oh!
It's 3.
Does he have any?
Oh, only
And I'm gonna re-roll. I guess those are at -4, aren't
CP.
they?
Any miracle? He has miracle dice.
Yeah.
He could use miracle dice, guys.
Act
oh
of
my
faith.
gosh!
Act of faith. CP. Come on, man.
No. Okay. Those are. So
Oh, he
3.
doesn't do it. Oh no!
How many- so bad. Do you need? You don't need a CP to use a miracle dice either, right? You just can.
No.
So you got
Just
3
use
wounds
them.
at -3 from Celestine.
Ugh.
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure if he had any.
2 damage.
But I know that he
damage
was
is
using these green dice at the bottom to
6.
keep track of miracle dice. So I'm pretty sure he didn't have any at the time. So
Is he rolling saves one at a time?
2 gonna
Oh, did he just save one? Wow.
Just 2.
And then
oh,
she'll
he
pile
pulled him
in
from the wrong place.
between them.
It doesn't matter.
Be grabbing that.
You have to use it
objective
before you
if they
roll,
all
according
die right
to
away.
Darkwind.
Okay.
And then the other 2.
Look at him trying to
girls
contest
will
it.
swing. They have 3
No,
attacks
you're
each.
totally wrong. We're totally right because we're talking. Ah!
All right,
If Cullen
these
was
are
doing
the
It's not
Gemini.
Leave me
2
out of
hits.
your shenanigans.
Winning you on 5.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as
So 1. That's at
and only 2
-3.
guys doesn't even spike their morale either.
Mhm.
No, it doesn't.
All right. What's the damage?
The damage is 1.
All right. So I'll just take that there. Okay.
So another guy takes a wound.
Objective marker. That was from the dude.
So
who
that
was
means
called.
that's gonna be
Just
his
moved the door.
objective. Well, he's gonna get one more
well,
turn
that's
though.
all I got. So you get
Sure.
swing back.
Celestine gets one more chance,
Swinging back.
unless he
That's
breaks
true.
out.
No, he's totally gonna fall back.
Since
Yeah, he's gonna fall back, take the
5
objective.
or 6
So that's
or
it.
something.
Yeah,
No.
like-
Well, here's an interesting thing. So he has to fall back. He can't.
They're the same as. They're the
Yeah,
same
no,
as
JT
intercessors.
messed up, man.
You're same as intercessors.
JT messed up
Yeah,
with
he
his
did.
model placement.
Well, so this is a hill. It is a hill, so he can conceivably, but it's a
Just
4-inch
move up
hill.
it.
So they move 6 inches. They're at the base, so they go on top. They advance down. So theoretically, he
even
can
if
do
they
it
go
if
up-
he gets like a 2.
Yeah, but if they go
He's going against the.
even if he goes up it, it's 4 inches. Then Celestine can't heroic intervention standing on top of it anyway.
Right.
Winning on 3s.
It's still gonna be too far.
So nice and easy, John.
So I feel pretty confident to say JT is going to get 2 ground
4
control
wounds or
points
5
next
wounds?
turn.
5.
5 wounds.
Okay.
Well, this is the last turn.
Yep.
This is it.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe he
You
moved
got
it.
him.
I can't believe he pulled the wrong guy.
Oh,
No,
dude,
I can't believe he forgot to use a miracle die.
you-
Ah!
Did he forget to use Miracle Die?
Or he didn't forget. I can't believe he didn't declare it. Just to
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay.
All right.
like, what are you saving? What are you saving him for?
And then
Maybe he's thinking he gets
My go?
bonus points for every miracle die he has left over.
No, I don't think so.
cool. So
Maybe he
What?
just doesn't have any, and we're not paying attention. That it could be that too.
I do not think those dreads are within range of 3 or
Oh no,
6.
so he'll
You
so
actually have leadership,
JT is
don't you?
going to get, I'll show you guys
yeah,
here on the
leadership
screen
on
here in a
squad.
second. So he's going to get number 4 because there's a tech marine. There's an intercessor right here. He just has to advance up to hold that objective, and he just has to move this intercessor squad right there to objective 5.
You know what else?
And he's
You
got
know
to
what
kill.
else he could do? Actually, here, hold on. This is another pro move. He could back those intercessors up just a
Actually,
little
did I
bit.
get the bonus on that one? Or
You know, outside of an inch of
No.
Celestine, still in coherency, and then have his Thunderfire cannon
Use
shoot.
obsec here.
That's
and have
amazing.
more.
Because I think she's the closest right now, anyway, or she's close.
No. He has
And I
that
gave you your last
the
strike
1 by
like they did in
6.
old school.
Okay.
Right, but she has less than 10 wounds, right?
Yeah, so he's got to target the squad that's with him.
25 to 19.
Holy
What is there another squad there?
Yeah, it's her bodyguard.
Oh, her bodyguard. Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So, okay, that's an interesting question. So they all have the character keyword, don't they, or don't they?
Who's your warlock?
Is it? It's the same thing with like warlock
It's the
bodyguards or
cannoness
whatever.
in one of the buildings.
She have any
Back
wounds
here.
on her?
Did they block for
she
her or
should
not?
have,
They
3 wounds
do
on
have the
her.
character keyword.
Like 3 left. Sorry, they should both have 3 left, I believe.
Yeah, they have the
they're
character
both 3.
keyword.
And then this is. All right, so.
Well, we're
But
taking a look at the chart right now, and if you look at the score, it's updated 25-19. Sean is in the lead, and JT
What, of the
needs 6
Canonesses?
points to tie. And right now, Sean is at an 81% chance to win because of those 6 points. That's pretty steep.
48 inches, right?
I mean,
That is pretty large.
right, but
60
Yeah,
inches.
right, but JT can get kill one, or
Okay.
if JT can get kill more, hold more, and then 2 ground control, he ties.
Correct.
And then and then he gets last strike. Sean gets last strike. They both tie. If he can sneak in line breaker, then
All right, so I know I'm doing.
But yeah. But how is he going to get line breaker? He has nothing even. Oh, I guess the Space Marine assessor. But he's going to give up objective 5 then.
oh yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna
That's
advance
true.
Hilbert.
Can that chaplain dread kill Junith?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because that'll be Slay the Warlord too.
Angry Hilbert.
He wants
No,
kill more. He
his
wants-
warlord is a canoness here in the backfield.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So Marshal Hybreck is going to secure objective 6. It's now contested. It's not held. He has to move that intercessor sergeant out.
Well, he's
And-
gonna kill that. Helbrick's pretty good in close combat.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, because
Man,
the
this has been a
intercessor has.
really good game, guys.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
run
Brutal.
him, but I think.
Oh, also,
Yeah, he-
Helbrecht has a melta-gun.
he does have a melta gun.
Just like
I'm still gonna.
Why
matter of
not?
fact, I'm still gonna advance him because I'd be stupid not to because you can heroically intervene.
Okay.
Forgot about that heroic intervention thing. 3 inches.
I mean, Helbrecht's actually like a really solid character. He gives everybody within 6 inches +1 strength.
Mhm.
He gets chapter master rerolls, and he has a good sword and a combi melta for no reason.
This
And a
guy is
possibility of
gonna
9
move
attacks on the charge.
Yeah, with a
advance
plus
and
D3,
off chance he gets
Yeah.
a high number and gets
and
closer to
shock
the
assault.
Yeah, absolutely.
That fighting twice. I think his sword does D3 damage or
Let's roll
something.
the dice and see what
Correct.
happens.
He's only strength 5, but who cares?
5.
Good number.
So,
Looks like the Chaplain Dread advances 5.
over that.
Oh,
So we're gonna go.
is he trying to get objective 3?
Yeah, he's trying. I guess it looks like he's trying to get 4 command or 4 ground control
Come
points.
up again.
I don't think he had enough.
So,
Nope.
I'm still moving what? 3 more inches?
3 more inches.
And
Oh wait, is he now doing his 5-inch?
And I'm within
Yes.
3 inches.
Yeah,
of
he
that.
moved 8.
Oh,
nope, he is
now
not
you're just
within
shy, I think.
range. He is shy half an inch.
Point
That's
Points.
3.1 right there. Yeah.
3.1. You
Oh,
communist.
brutal.
I hate you so much
oh!
right now.
I would judge measure around that box so quickly.
Oh
Yeah, I would,
man.
I would ask Wes.
I'd have the judge measure that. 'Cause I
Oh
think
no, Wes did.
little bit
Wes
of a
did do that. So
Oh,
It's a solid.
aren't they counting those boxes as hills? Though,
they are. They are.
so couldn't he just go over
Oh
it?
man.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
move- I'm
like.
gonna get these guys.
It
out of
doesn't look
combat.
like he took the shortest path, but I'm
But
not
if it-
clicking. So
Just get
I'll let
him
Wes.
away from- oh, that's-
But if it's a hill,
Just going on
why
top of
couldn't
the
you just
wall.
go over it?
Yeah, it's going on top of the wall away from Celestine to hold that objective.
Well, the walls. So
Yeah, I mean it
All
looks like
4
inches
inches
tall,
high.
so you
So
cannot
you
be
couldn't-
on top
yeah,
of the
I
wall
don't know.
and hold it.
So I can
Oh,
move
I'd
away
flip
from
the
her and
table.
still be within
Aggressively
3
flip the
inches, right? So I
table.
can do, like,
this is
3
what goes
inches.
back to my my comment
is
about
weird.
terrain.
How's
You
this
know,
gonna work?
it's silly that it's like confusing in this manner.
Yeah.
So I'd have to just move these guys around like so, right? Get away from her.
Not to mention
Correct.
measure it again. Like, is he maybe within range of Oh, that's OBSEC right there. He can't contest 1.
No, you have to have at least one there. Yeah.
Yep.
How many wounds does she have?
So it looks like she's still within. They're still within the objective. Within
wounds does
3,
Celestine
so
have
that's
total?
good.
she has 6 wounds.
Ah,
She
Oh,
is
that's
not
his.
the warlord, though, is she?
Correct. Canonist underneath here is.
Okay.
Maybe. Remember, Celestine can heroic intervention and finish him off.
Oof.
Yep. Yep, he can. She can.
Yep. That's
And
a good
this
point.
guy. See,
Yeah, that was
Celestine,
so silly to pull his models like that. He should have pulled them all, and then on the one side they just would have walked around to the other objective and laughed at her.
No, I feel like maybe the Thunderfires are going to target Celestine because she has a 3-up save and toughness 3.
You know, do you target them or do you try to pull off
Alright,
one?
so he might.
I can see.
He only
I
has
can see a
one unit with
wingtip and the
two-
doves.
All right, so I might have to shoot. I might have to make some doves cry. You like the pun?
The wingtip and the
Not
doves.
so much.
Hey,
Brought by
Wes,
Vulcan.
real quick, that Dreadnought, is it closer to the immolators?
Yeah, it
Probably.
probably is. Damn it.
That wasn't the question, though.
Yeah, it probably is.
Which dreadnought?
I was trying
This
to shoot
one is
Celestine
closer
with
to
uh,
here than it is to her.
Yeah, he was trying to
With the
shoot
Dread.
Celestine with the Contemptor Dread, but obviously the for sure the immolators are closer than Celestine.
Yeah, but he could shoot Junith though too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, she's super close.
Danger close, if you will.
She's just shooting mortars directly up.
Your deployment zone is where?
Does anybody have any CP left?
So it would
I
be-
That's a
think
good point.
this dreadnought is pretty close to it. So I think
Because
you're
all you need is one double shooting Thunderfire cannon.
around here.
And fire all 3 of them at Celestine, and that makes that problem go
Wes,
away.
can you drop the deployment zone back over this?
Although that could be worse. She could come back and teleport, or is that the beginning of
Give me a
your turn?
second.
Okay. I'm just trying to see.
It's immediately
Line
once it
breaker is a
happens.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. So
Yeah.
good.
You actually don't want her to die.
Yeah, you. Yeah, McBray, I'm not seeing how you can't target Celestine if her
I think I'm gonna
bodyguards
clear
are
it
also
out. I'm gonna
characters.
Make you work for it.
Actually, I think her bodyguards are dead.
They are dead.
Oh, you've been making
Yeah,
work
from
for
our,
it, that's
from our
for sure.
view, it looked like the Black Templar were them.
Yeah, she's absolutely the close, or you know.
It's like right on the edge of this thing right here ish. So yeah, right on the edge of this.
All right. Wes, drop me a ping to see if I can get this within 3 inches of that.
What were they measuring the radius for? Was
I'll
that
try to
for
see if I can get
center of
this
the
within
board?
3 inches of that.
Yes, they were trying to figure out the deployment zone. I guess it looks like
For a line breaker?
correct.
Yeah.
So I literally need a
You need a
5
12-inch
inch.
move. Yeah.
I need a 5-inch stance. Let's see what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, he's gonna go for it.
Okay. No pressure.
Oh no! Oh,
He got a 4.
it
Not
was like
enough.
going 6,
No.
not going 6. Oh man.
That's for sucks. All right, so let's since I decided I was gonna move him, let's move him 11 inches.
That's brutal.
Yep.
How many do I have a command point left?
Nope.
God bless. Doggone it. Oh.
You used it on your
Thanks.
chaplain, then it died.
Saddest
Wait.
words ever. Do I have a
I
command
mean,
point
it's
left?
like 3.1
Oh.
inches right here.
Mhm.
It's like
Somebody didn't pray enough to the
hot
Emperor
stuff.
today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna move these guys. Sorry, gonna move these guys.
Yeah, they could probably speed play right now.
Movie 4 inches.
Are you saying they could talk it out
They could definitely talk it out.
That's a dirty word around these parts.
No, it's not. It makes complete sense. It could have been talked out 30 minutes ago.
It could have been talked out at the beginning, and they could have just.
Oh man! Okay, we got another mistake on JT's part.
Let's get to some shooting first. Let's go.
All right, so there's only one aggressor that can see Judith.
I think these guys are going to be closer to these guys, so I can drop bombs on the candidates, huh?
I think
man,
so. Yeah, I think
JT.
it's characters. Depends on this exorcist too.
I love how you can see Sean's thigh like it's a rising. Whenever you look through the terrain,
Right?
It's amazing.
All right, well, let's drop bombs on.
That's part of his psychological warfare.
I got to add a funny photo. I'm going to add a funny photo for giving it spam.
What's up, Dino? How are you doing, man? Yeah, I agree. Shooting will be fast.
My Thunderfire's right here.
Cannon S is good.
Okay, so you can shoot the cannons.
All right.
You know what won't go away fast? It's my sadness at
And this is the one that you're warlord.
him not being close enough to both the objective and not having enough guys to shoot Juno.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Thunderfire cannon into Canoness. Oh.
Canoness.
What is that? And
5.
Yep, that should be right. One more. Yep, sorry. Hitting on 2s, all hit. Wounding on 3s.
Wow.
That is 6 wounds at neg 1.
Hitting on.
All right, we'll auto pass 1 with a miracle dice,
Okay.
Oof.
and then the rest on 2s.
He has 4 wounds.
Oh, good.
Why did he do that? Oh, JT.
Same thing. Same verse.
Yeah.
So one salty John. Oh my gosh, this is
that's
TTS. Tabletop
Salty
simulator.
John. I thought that guy didn't deal with this,
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
this manner of hobbying.
4 wounds. I see a whole lot of ones here. There's one.
It's not glitzy or glam enough.
I think it's pretty glitzy and glamoury.
Okay.
Man, that was just, I feel like that was bad target priority on John's part.
On John's part?
Or excuse me,
JT.
JT.
Yeah.
Judith.
I feel like he should have targeted Judith or Celestine.
Yeah, but I mean, you get that Slay the Warlord point though. That's what he was probably looking for.
True.
Heavy bolters.
That might be the point that takes it from a tie to a win. You know.
Right.
I mean, but how is he going to get his 6 points?
Don't do it.
Well, not without killing
Wounded on
stuff.
3s.
Yes.
2 at neg 1.
Elbrick
so
needs to
looking at
kill
4s.
both Celestine and Junith.
Make one fail one.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree, McBray. He is going to fail to get a kill, which is really unfortunate.
And hurricane bolters.
This is why I'm a fan of recon instead of ground control.
These are wounded on 4s.
Like ground control kind of forces your behavior in the last turn.
One in the bunch. A bunch of 2s though.
I think
6
it's going to
wounds,
rely on Halbrecht
3s.
at this point.
Fire that Melta and
Damn, she down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
All right. Elbert fires melt a gun at her.
Here we go.
Since it is an assault weapon.
No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
-1, so I'm hitting you on 3s.
Not a 1, not a 1, not a 1. Okay, good.
Hit. Wounding you on
Did he shoot?
2s.
Did he shoot the Belta?
He did. He hit.
Okay.
And he rolled a 1.
That's a Melta-gun for you. Melta-guns always roll ones.
Guaranteed.
At the end of the game, like it's.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Got to charge.
my heart, it's breaking.
This time.
And doesn't she have some
assault
stupid
you with
flamers or
this
something?
Tech Marine through the wall.
Yeah.
All right, he's
No, I think
assaulting
Delta.
Tech Marine through the wall.
There we go.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's the right.
And then Helbrecht will come in, right? Is that kind of what you guys are thinking too?
Yeah.
And then
I think that she has a double Milta on her.
Oh, it's double flamer.
how close is that?
Heavy
Double flamer. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Yeah, you don't want to run into that.
Nope.
I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna go-
gosh.
I'm not gonna do
Okay.
it. I'm just gonna
so
go,
question.
leave him there. That way that gun
If
doesn't
a-
die.
Okay, good. So JT was contemplating
let's
moving
see. Anybody
a
else
tech
in charge?
marine off
Nope.
the objective.
And this
and
sucks, 'cause
assault.
This would have. Man, I would have had I would
Leave
have got a
it.
bonus. I would have
Yes.
got 4
It ain't gonna matter.
points at the end.
Because the Thunderfire cannons then die. If
That's all
they're
right. So let's
not
swing
there.
away right here. So,
Okay. Celestine will heroically intervene.
I mean,
here.
they could really just speed
damn,
play
I'm trying
this.
to get away.
There we go.
Let's go here. Now, if Helbert can't charge,
he
can't
assaulted or he advanced, right?
He advanced, right? So he can't. He still can't even heroically intervene.
Because it's not
Yep, it's not
the enemy charge phase.
Yeah.
exactly. Those
Helbert
words are hard
advanced.
sometimes.
Yes.
Oh
So we go
God!
ahead
What
and
is
let's see.
happening?
This game is
Vortex.
cancer.
Black Templars. Any sixes?
You know what this reminds me of
Okay.
is Top Gun,
Servo
where
one servo.
she says, "Aircraft 2 performed a split F."
So
Except this is in reverse because it's actually the wrong move, and she's not going to go home with them.
This game has literally made me not want to play.
Actually winning you on 3s. 'cause I'm
And I like them
6
both.
inches Helbert, right?
Yeah.
Crusader Ratfaf.
All right, let's-
strength with their Black Templar models with their 6 inches of him. So that is.
Is he not going to get a kill at all?
AP -1.
Nope.
All right, these are all -1. Needs a 4. Oh my God!
Good,
she
4
made them all.
pinball.
Look at that.
I mean,
And here comes some servo.
Servo arm hits
Oh, it hits.
Dues.
Winning on a 2.
wounds.
And that's at -3.
So
Four up.
5s. Nope. 4.
yeah, it's only
-2,
D3
excuse me.
damage, so like
Yeah, 4 pinball still.
Oh, poopagans.
Nope.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! She made it on a 4-up invul.
All right. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, so she'll swing 4 attacks. I guess. Yeah, into
Holy
Yeah.
mackerel!
yeah.
why did Helbrick not charge?
'Cause
He
Rolls
advanced.
ones for
Bro,
herself.
but why did he advance? Like, what?
I have no idea. This game is over. I don't know.
You charge, you pile in, consolidate,
All
and
hit.
then get your extra.
toughness-
Like, I don't.
Toughness 4.
I don't have a good.
So
We'll
that's
see.
3
We'll
at
see what
-1.
their response.
Okay, so 3 ups.
Why did Celestine only charge turn 6? No one
Take
knows.
You got 2 damage.
No one knows.
He's
No
got,
one knows.
2 wounds left.
You have the two most close combat characters on the
Okay.
side. They're just getting.
And you know who did charge? Let's take a moment to
hit.
remember the brave
Going
Emperor's
threes.
champion.
Who charged?
No, that's-
All
Like,
in.
that dude would have been awesome to have right now coming through the wall against
Oh,
Junis.
there's one.
You know, I think so too.
One guy's dead. So,
I mean, if we're talking about things that we wish would have happened differently.
A lot. A lot.
He's dead.
Man, my heart, man, like.
And he's dead. All right, they're all dead.
Man.
Okie dokie.
Wow.
Did Celestine kill them all?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
so-
gone.
So this is a good game.
Mhm.
This is a
Yeah,
really
it was a
good
great game. Yeah.
That was that
game.
mistake.
You talk about a game
Rack
of
'em,
inches. I mean,
rack 'em, stack 'em. We're almost at 4 hours.
0.1 away.
Yeah.
one inch away.
That was the biggest
So,
mistake,
I
man.
did,
Was pulling those guys in correctly.
control in the game, hold
I mean, I don't know. I think Helbrick was big. The Emperor's champion by himself. There was a lot of.
Man, that's 40K
Well, yeah,
for you.
That is.
Albert not
pretty
charging.
One more old school, yeah.
Yeah, got one more old.
But I'm just, if you don't believe me, just go check my record.
Yeah, I held 3.
2, kill 3.
All right, sounds like they're scoring, and we're gonna get some reaction from the players. It was a pretty amazing game.
Believe so.
Yep, you kill more.
It was a pleasure to watch.
It was good.
All right. Well, that makes things significantly different. What's the final tally here? 13.
I've got 28 to 22.
8-22, huh? Good damn game.
It was a fun game. Great game.
It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it was.
All right, guys. Hey, what an amazing game. Pretty awesome. And so, Sean, I just want to start with you, man. Initially going off, you know, you kind of were really aggressive with your immolators, and we saw them get taken down slowly one at a time with the Contemptor dreadnoughts with their las cannons. And so give me your thoughts behind, you know, you were charging those immolators up front and then you started to pull them back. What were your thoughts on doing that, and did it work out well for you?
I think just moving up, I was trying to get the bonus a lot. So, I mean, I'm fine with sacrificing a tank to a turn to keep getting that bonus, because, I mean, it worked out for me. That's, what, 5 turns of bonuses? So that worked. And then, yeah, he killed all the ones that weren't in the back, and they were able to hide in the end, so that helped me out too. But I think ultimately I was pretty happy with how I played the immolators.
Yeah, it was really surprising. To be honest, I was actually saying, all right, it's over. Just call it. We can all go home, get Sunday dinner. You know, we're good to go. So, Sean, what about, who is your MVP unit of this match?
Oh, goodness. You know, this one rune exorcist, I think that was the one that probably did all the wounds too. But I mean, I really didn't have an MVP. I feel like everything did pretty poorly than what I expected it to do, but ultimately I was pretty happy with that.
Awesome.
And the Magifier is really good too, you know, giving me that extra negative ignore -2 or whatever.
Correct.
So they helped a lot too.
JT.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Was it 0.3 inches away from a W?
No, not from a W, but from being able to change my my approach going into the last turn of things that I needed to get done. I mean, I was like 0.1, 0.2. So,
I mean, it was really close, regardless.
Yeah, it was fun though. I had a heck of a good time. His vehicles are so resilient, especially being able to ignore that -2. I never really thought that that would be coming to play so big. And I made a mistake right off the bat from not taking first turn. I didn't realize just how many vehicles he had. And I could have really waylaid into that parking lot right off the bat and maybe slowed him down significantly. But that was a mistake on my part.
That's all right, man. If you could do something differently, aside from what you just said, what would it have been?
I think that if I could have done something differently, I may have got out of my own deployment zone a lot earlier than I did. Kind of got boxed in by his mobility and didn't really have any place to put my intercessors that were on the ground. So without being able to get them into the fight late in the game, I was really kind of backed into the corner.
Yep, I agree with that. Well, hey, we appreciate it. Wes Anderson, you are the TO and judge for the for Quarantine Hammer. Hey, just want to help you give a shout out to your event, and if you're interested in finding TTS games, let them know how to find you.
First off, with our event, it's the Branson Brawl, June 13-14, provided that we're done with all this plague lifestyle. So it'll be in Branson. We've got a nice venue set up. And then this is actually a tournament you can come to, bring your family, because we'll be in Branson. They can go and entertain themselves while you play Warhammer. And then if you want to play a tabletop with me, just hop on the Lord Marshall Facebook page there and just ask for me, and I would love to play with you.
Cool. Well, hey, thanks you guys playing. Sean, we'll see you in the next round. You're going to face Dan Salmons. Are you excited about that?
Oh, I cannot wait. I know Dan had a close game with me back in Topeka last year, so that was a heck of a game. So I'm looking forward to another one.
That's awesome. I think we're going to try to schedule a game on Monday, but we'll get more details about when that game is going, and we'll let you guys know in chat as well as on our website, lordmarshall.org. Hey, guys, thanks for playing. I think the shoutcasters and I are going to have some final thoughts, but Wes, feel free to kill the game. All right, Cullen. Doug had to get out of here.
Thank
what are
you,
your
Wes,
thoughts?
for helping us out.
I mean, that was
Yeah, Wes,
Real
appreciate
game.
it, bro.
Listening to final comments, I have to, JT should have gone for done more damage if he had more of a chance to dictate the movement, the shooting, the flow of battle. I think that does help. Even from had a really devastating first turn, just having that initial pounce is huge. Sean was able to save a lot of his vehicles. That's gonna help you towards the later part of the game if you're struggling to pull stuff up and get killed, which is what we saw. I mean, that was a brutal game. A lot of skill. Awesome. Just a good slugfest of people making saves.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, right down to the wire. For the first for the first 4 turns, I really thought that JT had a chance to pull the upset off.
Oh, I 100% agree. We were discussing it a couple turns. I thought JT had the tools to be able to get it accomplished, but not being able to get the constant blow-ups vehicles and just being down by the bonus objective for Sean. And it's amazing how 1 point extra a turn versus 5 turns can get you the win.
Yeah, it's even more impressive. Sean was really committed to getting the bonus point every round. And if you think about that, that's 4 or 5 points you got the bonus, which really affected the game. It essentially put the game out of reach for JT.
100%. I think Sean went into this game with a little bit of a strategy. Being able to look at your opponent's list, kind of formulate what you want to do, how you're going to accomplish it. I think he had that it was not going to be able to blow up as many vehicles as even us casting it thought he was going to be able to blow up. You play the long game. You hold Celestine back for 6 rounds, and she clears the objective on turn 6. Oof. Hellbrig probably shouldn't be charging turns or advancing turn 6. Probably not the best choice you could do, but I'm sure the players are going to look back on this game and probably make some adjustments.
Yeah, so we do have our next game. I believe it'll be Dan and Sean again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like literally tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're already in the Elite 8 round, and it is going to be an amazing matchup. So Dan played yesterday with his Chaos list, and you can check that out right now on Twitch. We're also going to have it on YouTube, so that's going to be pretty awesome. But we'll have Cullen back again because he is pretty awesome. Doug maybe occasionally. He is not as cool because I can say that he's not here.
But I live rent free in your head.
Hey, that'll work. So, hey, we appreciate you guys for watching, guys. Stay safe and catch you guys tomorrow. Remember, be sure to follow our channel because we are doing 7 more days of 40K streaming, which is crazy. So,
if he doesn't get to 8,000 views, he keeps.
Oh, we're there already. We're there. We're there at 8,000. We're trying to reach 700 followers, so we're at 691. Almost there. I think we can get there.
I'm almost free.
Well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We can't wait to see you guys tomorrow and for the rest of the week here at the Lord Marshall TV. So thanks for watching, and as always, dice safely.
Tune in on Wednesday.